Welcome to the first part of Ace 3, our Call of Cthulhu 7th edition played off. Um, so we're gonna do a bit of oh, I see what's happening. That's really weird.
You're
Um,
really weird.
Sorry, the cameras are all messed up. I think my hands. Okay, that's fine. Um, so like I was saying, the games before will definitely lead into kind of what we're dealing. So I'm just going to do a very quick summary about those games for not only the players, but just so everybody understands basically where we're at. Also, if you are someone who has played in one of those games or watched those games, I want to make sure it is very clear. If there is a discrepancy in this synopsis I am about to give you, it is 100% intentional. It may not seem like that's the case. It definitely may seem like, if you just watch all of these episodes through, that there doesn't appear to be a logical or consistent bent, but there is, and I swear to you, that will unfold in. So in the first series, we had a group come to a town called Byko, but truly known as Nelson. Um, the town was supposed to be somewhere where a great craftsman, crafter, lived and trained and practiced. The reason why this was important because a very, very rich got a hold of one of these, wanted more information brought out about it, history, everything about it that he could get to make it like it's worth more to him, a collector. Hired an art professor, a history professor named who was competent enough to understand that this was a local mirror. The mirror was definitely crafted in Massachusetts town. But he didn't know much about the art. Exploring in that, he may or may not have caused a very great rift faces known waking world to some material world, just reality, um, connected it with things much greater, um, horrible, dark things that can seemingly duplicate and take the bodies of. Fortunately, Arthur and the very rich Henry Fitzgerald, were able to kill those horrible duplicates and stop that from causing more issues.
Ooh.
According to some, though, two Arthurs walked out of Arkham. Some people in Arthur's circle refer to this false Arthur, not Arthur. And he has been spotted talking to people in Arthur's life, most notably a woman that helped them learn more about Nelson, um, Bianca. That said, Arthur grows old over that next few decades. Once again, runs into going to. The reason this time is a strange series of occurrences that have been regarding broadcasts requesting people get away from a very potentially deadly storm and avoid the town of Byko entirely. So cover for this town. Now, prior to broadcast alert, known as the Pinkertons, developed a very strong residential and commercial infrastructure all their own. Decided to make the town a Pinkerton town, and very strange happenings kind of befoul the town soon after that broadcast. The National Guard was called in to protect the barriers of the town. Um, said that the military, or sorry, not the military, but the police force on site had all but disappeared. There was loud sounds of guns being shot in the areas, like surrounding areas, the town region Nelson. Um, and it was almost like, sort of like strange war was happening. The heart of Massachusetts, in small town Massachusetts. Um, what came to be known as a very strange occurrence in American history that would basically be sifted to the sands of time. Um, to Arthur Haynes, those who went in that January, they would understand it as further incursion, whatever rift they had opened. Nelson, Arkham, the powers that they played with back in the were seemingly lingering in the town of Nelson, causing others to lose their minds. Power. Another 20 years pass, 20 or so years. It is the 80s. The town of Nelson doesn't exist anymore. Basically, after that kerfuffle with the National Guard and the police and all of the gunfighting that happened there, too many folks lie dead in the streets for anybody to say town work. It happened here once, who's to say it couldn't happen? The Earth reclaimed Nelson. Public Story was basically a group of very crazy potheads who were basically trying to sell drugs to Arkham University students and as far south as Boston, and had set up a very established grow farm um, in the area, and were willing to protect it with arms they got from their parents back in World War II. It said that they hired a private militia, the Pinkertons, to help them in their process. Story. Um, Not much remains of Nelson. Not much that can be seen, anyways. And the trees of central Massachusetts have all but taken it. A little more than small creeks here, there, um, trees, tall grass. However, townsfolk around there, the Tri-Town area, also known as called Tri-Town region, it's actually got a really cool Native American name. They use it for their high school out there. Can't remember. And I had it wrote down, but I thought I had it wrote down. Anyways, we'll
Which
come
town
back.
was it?
Masca Comet or Masca, I can't remember what it is. The Tri-Town area, Tri-Town region. Um, the point is there are three towns that are around what used to be the town of Boxford. There's the town of Middleton, and there's the Topfield. And in the center of those spaces, small bit of ground therein. Some folks remember 30 years. It's only important to you folks because of recent history. Um, Very recent. According to local newspapers and reporters who are making their way out that way, folks who probably don't live in Nelson, further outside, but um, a uh, a murder has taken place. A person was supposed to have died due to satanic cult activity, and the news wants to eat it up. Everybody wants to know about it. But with the reports of these strange lights appearing in the air around, this Nelson forest region, and along with this kind of very crazy um, murder on your hands, it seems that this place has a lot more going on. It has for a long time. So the people who I'm regarding to as the outsiders don't live in Dry Town. think I'm going to begin with Andy. Ian Handler is your character. I'll have you
Hmm.
describe them to a second. But the
Hmm.
first thing I want to get from you is basically as an impetus, get this information. Have the information you already have regarding
Hmm.
kind of rumors coming up. So I want you to kind of, in a way, just kind of describe what Ian's response to this and what his like plan of action, and then I'll get that description.
So Ian is a grad student at Miskatonic University studying parapsychology. Um, he was introduced to the goings on in the Tri-Town area in the past through one of his BA professors, Erica Wynn. Um, and she also introduced him to the Fitzgerald Foundation, which was involved in occult and paranormal activities in the area. And he eventually became an agent. He has the Haynes journals, so he's familiar with the sort of the history of Arthur, and that news would obviously spark the interest of the foundation, and I presumably he was sent as one of the people to investigate.
Not one of the only, I would
Cool.
say would be accurate. It's definitely come to your attention in more recent years. Erica Wynn has kind of suffered from failing health, and she's not as far along as just Arthur Haynes
Hmm.
last months, but she's definitely at home. Um, the uh, what I was going to say about the foundation, it's definitely breathing its last breaths. There aren't a
Mm.
lot of people present who are very interested in passing down the matters at hand. The youth that have been inducted have basically been taught some rites and rituals that the Foundation uses to protect against the errors that they made in the past. But you definitely have never really heard about anyone even going back to Nelson, follow up with what happened.
Hmm. And he knows Haynes as a cautionary tale, someone who is intellectually curious, but also foolish in not being careful enough, not being cautious enough. It's called the Haynes lesson.
Very good. So you'll be heading out there solo, unless there is anybody else who feels like their character is in and around that region, Arkham, and kind of wants to make a trip of it. Now, as I stated before, we didn't really get into it too much, and this session one's going to kind of serve as like a part session zero. Um, but I want to make sure that it's clear: no more than two per team. The only other person I think that's near or from Arkham would be Robert Hudson. Is that right?
That's actually what I was thinking. Yeah.
Go for it. Speak on it then.
Uh, Robert Hudson, investigative journalist. He is very. I'm not prepared. Um,
Don't
he's
have to. Just do your best. Wing it. We won't know the difference.
yeah, I figured. Um, you just made it worse. He's very worried about lizard people in the government. He is. I've lost track of what I was going to say.
If you need a second, we can go
But
ahead and pause it. What I want
yeah,
to kind
yeah.
of worry about then is just thinking about what you're kind of trying to like align Tetris block style. Think about why your character would partner up with an Ian handler if you want to do that, or more or less think of what is drawing you based on what we've described so far. What's really drawing you as to this location? Is it just the death of this woman? This satanic ritual death? Thing about the nature of it. This satanic ritual seems to be like a cover,
Right.
especially since like this was
Yeah,
kind of a government.
I
Good.
exactly. I would say it's more of like a. Is this really what's going on? Satanism, or is it the lizard people who are coming from the center of the earth?
I love that. Okay, so again, if you went to Arkham, and we're like, hey, who at the university has historians that might know a thing or two about Nelson, they would probably say, well, we don't have anybody, but there's a foundation that deals with this kind of matter. Especially if you brought up lizard people, they would think you're a kook, and they would probably toss you that way. So it could be the case
Okay.
that you are introduced to the foundation via university, but mainly because, again, I think that Ian's a smart enough guy that he would understand that this investigative journalist from the local paper is being foisted on the foundation because he may not be, he may be a little bit of a conspiracy theorist.
Mm.
There's
Um,
something going on,
right.
and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
Let's go ahead and role play that first meeting and see how it goes then. So Ian, you would be suggested by the foundation to it would
Okay.
at the Haynes estate, which is where most of the businesses.
Hmm.
It's know the house, you live in it. It's right there on campus. Robert, you walk up to this old house, like it's in very decent repair, like the whole foundation is watching over it. And
Right.
what do you do?
Uh,
Was that a knock?
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So eventually, Ian would open the door.
Oh, hello. I was recommended to come here from the American Institute. I believe about some findings with a recent death that were being investigated. I am part of the fuck. What was the town?
Arkham.
No. I meant like I'm from
Topfield.
Huh?
Topfield, and the Topfield Gazette.
Gotcha.
Doing
Ah,
a
okay.
little inquiry on possible. I'm sorry. What was your name?
I didn't get your name either.
Oh, my apologies. I'm Robert Paulson from the Gazette.
Ian is kind of like awkwardly waiting for Robert to sort of finish his sentences and figure out what's going on.
Robert just stares at you.
So you're a
Uh,
reporter, eh?
that's right. Yes, I am an investigative journalist.
Sure. Well, why don't you come in? I'll be happy to talk to you.
Sure.
Now, again, I know that you're like kind of walking through it. This is your first time kind of playing through it, but honestly, the way you're doing it, and again, no insult to you, but it sounds like you're lying. like, like it sounds like you're lying about everything you said. It's like
Hmm.
my name's Robert Hudson, and
Sort
I'm
of, maybe.
from Check Notes, Topfield Gazette.
Yeah, that's the place. That's the place.
he's also I don't know. He's just very. What are they going to say? What should
Yeah,
I say? Am I going to get good information, or am I going to get something? Or they lizard people, or
understandable. And
he's something.
kind of relay it like and you with him want to continue that we can absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's
Why don't let's take a walk down the street. There's a Dunkin' down there. We can get a coffee.
love Duncan. Go
That's
Sox, am I
how.
right?
And so, as they're walking, Ian would say, like, "So, what exactly are you researching?"
I just don't believe a
Sorry.
thing this guy's saying. I'm sorry. I'm
Go
sorry.
Sox, am I right? Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
not you. Fucking. Never
No,
mind.
B.
Like, yeah, Ghost Fox, am I right? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop chiming in.
What specifically are you researching?
I'm looking into a deeper conspiracy that I might have that there's a bit of. I want to make sure that there's nothing in the local government that could be influenced from the The past presidency.
Past presidency.
I'm wondering if it might have taken root here.
So when you say past presidency, that would be Reagan?
Yes.
Oh.
Have you ever seen on the TV where his eyelids close
Okay, at this point,
vertically?
Ian is like stopped and he's turning around looking directly at him. He's like, no, I don't know exactly what you mean by that at all.
Oh, okay. Uh, well, uh,
That's honestly kind of bizarre.
oh, he's just flabbergasted. He's just mouth agape.
Look, maybe you can tag along. I'm going to do some field work. I'm a grad student at the university,
Oh, good.
in the sort of the. So what is it called if it's not Nelson anymore, John? Has
No,
there
it
been
is
a name
called
given to it?
it is called Nelson, but there is no longer a township. So in America, there's a certain population level that determines whether a town is kept or not.
Yeah, yeah.
A town
Okay,
can kind of remain a town if it's not like officially turned into something. And this
okay.
town is one of those towns that was officially turned. Basically, this kind of tri-border area where the towns meet,
Mhm, mhm.
that's Nelson, but that's not. There's no official like
Okay,
place called Nelson.
yeah. So he would say, "I'm doing some field work in the old area that in the area that was once known as Nelson.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
happy for you to tag along. Although I
Sure.
would
Sure.
definitely say you want to keep in check any theories that you can't corroborate with facts, evidence,
Oh,
and sort of
I got tons of evidence back
that. Well, I
in
haven't
my
finished.
apartment.
Wait a
Oh,
second.
sorry.
That comes from reputable sources, peer-reviewed, scholarly sources.
Yeah, I got nothing there.
You got it from there.
I got nothing there.
So
Oh, okay.
it'll cut the scene will cut. You
Okay.
two, do either of you have a vehicle driving?
So as a matter of fact, Ian has a secondhand old Puch Maxi moped.
Oh,
So
hell yeah.
It's
it's yellow. It's a little rusted, but it runs like a charm. And like if someone wanted to ride on the back, it'd be a little awkward. You have to go a little slow, but you can make it happen.
gonna check with Robert Hudson. Do you have a car? You drove out there, right? Otherwise, how the hell did you get to Arkham from Topsfield?
I walked.
Be for real though. Be so for real.
No, he took the bus. He took the bus.
Okay, that's a possibility, I suppose.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
no worries. So then, yeah, I mean, there offers.
This is all I got. I mean, is there a bus that goes to the probably is not a bus that goes to that area, right?
There's a bus that goes to Topfield, which
Which is close. Mhm. Okay. Um, so he would say, "Well, tell you what, let's take the bus, and you can help me put my moped in there. It's probably not going to be crowded,
Sure. Uh,
and we'll go from there."
yeah. So
so I've moved us to the map of it, and we're just kind of like doing the Jones Adventure bit, but with a moped. Um,
I love it though. It's so
oh,
good.
I wish I had like a little moped token or icon thing. It'd be frickin' cool. So you take the bus, and it's kind of gonna go that away. As you can see, red line on the map. It's gonna take you right over to interstate kind of off ramp that closest. From there, you can either moped into Topfield to try and get more information, or you can try and moped using a map you probably have on person to navigate your way to start investigating.
Yeah,
Better,
Ian is the kind of guy that would get a triptych from AAA. So now he has the map that's all marked out.
for sure. No, I got you. I understand exactly what you're saying. But I'm asking you, like, are you going to go straight into it with this one guy, or do you want to seek out locals?
Was he told by the Fitzgerald Foundation of any other potential contacts?
Great question. So you have your current two. Your team has been set up. So there really isn't an established name that would have been. It would have probably been something to the fact of look into law enforcement.
Mhm.
They might be able to help out.
Okay. Um, great. And so he would say, well, maybe before we head out, we could check. Um, we can check with local law enforcement.
Sure.
Now, I'm just going
Um,
to check in with somebody just to make sure. Russell Baker, what town did I say you were the sheriff of? Sheriff's not the word we want. Sheriff's not the word we wanted, by the way.
Deputy Constable?
Yeah, it'd be a constable for a township or captain.
Middleton.
Middleton is where you're from. Okay.
Yeah.
So, obviously, the situation affects the towns of Boxford, Middleton, and Tom, who understand that working with law enforcement with the other sides of this area is going to be beneficial to figuring out what's going on. Now, you've already decided that in your mind, getting together enough people with your small township's police force, which is probably somewhere in the dozen or a dozen officers, if that, and most of them are on vacation or retiring. They're probably not going to be the type of people you're sending through the woods on a manhunt for these Satanists. I want you to go ahead and tell me what's your goal in Topfield and why are you talking to local law enforcement there, and then tell me about your game.
Yeah, so in Topfield, I'm probably there trying to find like literally almost anybody that will go into this area with me so I don't have to go by myself. Because, one gun can only fight off so many bears.
Okay. Yeah,
So
and
I'm definitely trying to get more people, preferably equipped with weapons, to travel with me into Nelson or into this area
I
to
want to
find the
make sure
murderer.
it's clear. What was just said is not a unrealistic threat. Massachusetts does have bears. I should know.
Mhm.
I ran over a dead one time back in the 20s.
that's
So
right.
even if
Back
there
in the
weren't
20s.
even if there were not bears in Massachusetts in real life, there would be bears in Massachusetts in this life. They exist. We've seen them.
I could see
Exactly.
black bears.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, little black bears.
I just Googled it. Yeah, black bears looks like it's the very, very rare case. Black or brown bear like a.
No, there would be no brown bears down there. Are you kidding me?
No.
Yeah, they're
This thing lies.
the threat of bears and also the threat of possible cultists.
Also
Definitely need
coyotes.
more than just one, and coyotes. There's a lot of threats I'm gonna need more than one gun for.
Definitely more coyotes than
There's
brown
so many
bears.
coyotes in New England.
So yeah, I'm definitely there trying to find like as many people possible to go with me,
So
preferably sheriffs.
as a bit, like Ian Handler just
Okay.
offhandedly mentions, yeah, there might be bears.
It's
And for
just-
some reason Robert
it's just
Hudson's
like-
like going into bear facts and it's just like, okay. As you're walking.
So,
Like walking.
here you go. Here's two nerds you can bring with you.
Yeah, but other than that, Russell's like I think I set him at like 6'5", like he's pretty tall and lengthy because I rolled pretty high in size, and I think that's what that concern like controls.
100%.
I could be wrong, but
Um,
yeah, so he's pretty tall. He's probably like he's definitely rocking a mullet. The mullet is full out. Got
yeah.
the mirror shades
yeah.
on. Definitely rocking. I would assume he drove a sheriff's car here.
Well, again, you're not a sheriff. Sheriffs for counties. Again, I didn't know
Yeah,
there
I'm
was like
sorry.
a huge distinction either. I thought
He
I'm the
drove
sheriff of
a
this town.
vehicle given to him by the place he works for.
Yeah. His
It's
patrol
got one
car.
light
The
on it.
word you
Yeah.
want. The words you want are patrol car.
Yeah.
Wait, size determines your height?
Yeah, basically.
What's that under?
One of your stats up at the top size.
Did you accidentally make yourself super short over there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that you're going to the police station in Topfield to kind of get anybody, police force or any kind of like locals, to kind of help you maneuver inside Nelson Forest for you to find these cultists and solve the murder. Okay.
Yeah, and hopefully get people to agree with me on not letting people come in here.
Yeah. So we'll deal with that meeting here in a second. I'm going to ask Lark and Chandler. This is one opportunity for you to be in the scene, but in kind of a angled way. Is there any reason that you can think of that you would end up at a police or basically town of Oregon? You're both troubled.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, we see business has been great and all of these tours that have been going on, but we may have found some paraphernalia in the woods, and I probably should like report that or something.
Paraphernalia. Okay.
Yeah, it
Um,
happens.
Of course. Yes. Agreed. You got to move drugs somehow. Why not through a weird, scary forest with occasional. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's where the bodies are buried sometimes. At least that's what the stories say.
That's fair. Okay, so you're bringing these drugs that you found near your home.
No, I didn't touch them. My dad's a politician. I know better than that. I'm just going to tell the police where they are.
Okay, got it. And the voice is coming out. I like that. That's great. Okay, so then we'll say that you're there and being very boisterous with law enforcement as other folks arrive. I'd like for you to go ahead and describe your character as you kind of move from there into the scene of you talking to the clerk at the front desk.
Okay. Hi, I'm Tracy O'Connell. I am the daughter of the local politician, Mark O'Connell. So yeah, I'm 18 years old. I just graduated like back in May, but I'm doing a gap year because my dad says I need to be more independent, and that's why I have this whole job thing going on too. Because like, I mean, I still have
True. So
access to
true.
his card and stuff, but I'm supposed to be making my own money. And so it was either like do this tour guide stuff or be an Avon lady. And
Damn.
let's not get into that. But hi. Yeah, so I'm here doing tours of the Nelson and Tri-Town areas. Everybody likes to come and see all the spooky stuff, and I know quite a bit about spooky stuff. I like to think that I am the local authority on spooky stuff now that, my teacher died. Yep.
So, what are you saying to the clerk that would probably be overheard by Russell Baker as he's just been told to go towards the back?
Well, I mean, I found some weird shit in the woods.
Watch
Not
your mouth,
like
young
not like
lady.
animal shit. But like, like just a lot of weird stuff. Like somebody just left a whole bunch of stuff there and some of it looks really questionable. And there's probably a gun. I think I saw a gun. But
Okay.
I
You
didn't
said in
touch
Nelson
any of it.
Forest?
What?
Said
Yeah,
you
like
found that in the forest, Nelson Forest?
yeah, I was giving a tour through the forest. Like, the path, the path, right?
Wait, you
It's
take
just it's right
tourists
off
to
the
the forest?
Yeah, they pay me good money for it.
So I want to make sure you're overhearing this. I did say that. I want to make sure that's clear, Brett.
For the forest.
Yeah, I'm kind of like Russell looks over, kind of dumbfounded at the start, like, why would you take tourists through there? And then it goes
You
to
want
his
to see
brain,
the
like,
lights.
oh, perfect. You're just who I'm looking for as he walks over directly next to you. So I need to get into the forest.
The clerk kind of looks at you, huh? And then just kind of backs out of the situation, hoping nobody talks to him anymore. But
Yeah, I need to get into the forest to find what I assume you found so that I can catalog it and also try to ban people from getting in there more.
Ban them? Ooh. Fucking cops, right? I mean, I can show you where the stuff is. That's why I'm here anyway, but like
Perfect.
you're not gonna ban people from going into the woods. What is this? Like
I'm gonna do my best.
Fruitvesta?
I mean, hopefully one
Are
murder
you-
makes people not want to go in there. Preferably, And like, all the bad history it's got.
I mean, you've
It's just
heard
a
of
headache.
Ross's Cliff, right? Like that's just over the border in Connecticut, but like people still go there all the time. And that
I have
has
no idea
many
what you're talking
murders.
about.
Of course you don't. Why would the police keep up to date with murder stories? Anyway.
I know the town I live in and part of this town. You're muted, John.
Okay.
John, you're muted.
So Russell,
Mhm.
you are obviously doing the cop thing of like scanning the area, surveying. Like, you know, there's some criminals in here. You see this guy with a bald head, like he's wearing like biker leathers, and he's got like spikes all over his body. And then he's sitting next to this guy who's kind of like wearing a heavy coat and full sweater, who seems to have been writing down everything you were just talking about. At least writing at the same time you were talking. Russell, to notice Ian and Robert as they're sitting there waiting for something. Again, think one of them is probably a criminal based on the way
That's fair.
you hear Andy, what happened to
That was great.
just
Just melded into it. Yeah, I'm like, all right, wait here while I try to gather more people so we don't die to bears. So
Bears?
you're writing down stuff, right? And I walk over to Robert. I assume you need to get into the forest as well.
He may have stepped away.
What are you talking about getting
Robert?
into the forest? Just walk into the woods. It's not that hard.
In a minute, lady.
You say?
Ian.
Oh, you say it was Ian? I thought that we were talking to
I was
Robert.
talking to Robert, sorry. But I don't know your name. So I was looking at Robert and he didn't answer. So I look over to you. Are you with him? Is he always this quiet?
So I've just met him.
I'm sorry, I was busy writing.
Oh, perfect. So I'm assuming you're both together. Are you going to the forest as well?
it's
Going
over here.
to the area that was formerly known as Nelson.
Perfect. Can you fight bears or run from them?
Run from them, yes. Fight them,
Okay.
no.
Okay. As long as I can trip you when they're coming after me. Let's go.
For a fight? What? Trip?
He's a gung ho kind of kid. That's how he got the constable at such a young age.
Wait, you're. I don't know how that falls under protect and serve, sir.
Yeah, like, is
mean-
he being unlawfully detained right now?
Am I free to
I
leave?
call my
No problem.
dad. Wait, how?
Are you?
I need a
Who
phone.
are you?
You hear the
I'm
clerk
just
say,
asking.
Mr. Hudson, Constable Dixon is ready to see you now.
Okay. Is that not you?
I'm the clerk. Constable's in the back in his office. You talking about him? Oh no, that's
I
Constable
put
Baker.
it bigger.
He's from Middleton. He had a meeting with
All
him, but went over to go to talk to you. So I assume you're not going back there. Preston, if you want to meet with Constable, free now.
Ian would turn to Robert and say, I think we already have our hook up.
I like this guy. And he points at Baker.
Okay, now you all are just wasting the constable's time. I'd like for you to leave. And Miss O'Connell, since you are with this Middleton fella, he can help you figure out what's going on with your drugs and your guns in the okay?
They're not mine.
All right, next.
But you got
Are you trying to
you
accuse
guys
me of
look
things?
around.
I
You
will
got
call
guns.
my dad.
You look around, and the only other person inside of the space is this old guy who looks like he didn't bring his dentures with him today. He kind of looks over. He's like, "Why are you looking at me?"
Ian is the first one out the door.
Yeah, I would probably be second if he ends first because I'm just kind of walking out, waiting on everybody else to come out so I can formulate the very shitty plan I have.
And I walk up to Tracy and I say, "You have guns and drugs?"
I don't have guns or drugs. I don't know why everybody thinks I have guns and drugs. I was
And he's-
reporting that I saw guns and drugs, I think, in the woods.
And he says, and then he writes down, incompetent. Okay.
Does Tracy have braces?
Excuse me? No, she does not.
God, totally
Yes.
sounds like
Not Tracy
Perfect
incompetent.
key.
Incompetent cops in. Okay.
Anyway, if you want to see the guns and shit for yourself, I can take you there. I'm a guide. I know my way around.
Perfect.
Okay.
Let's talk to Constable Baker.
Well, that's the guy
I
you
don't
just
know.
walked out.
what?
That's
What?
the
No,
guy
he
who
walked up.
doesn't know how to
he
get
walked up
into
before us.
That's the guy who doesn't know how to get into the woods. Like, you really want to follow him?
Well, aren't you guiding him?
I mean, I don't know. I told him I would show him where stuff is, but like, I
How
would
long have
follow.
you been a reporter?
Me?
Yeah, you're the only one.
It's 7 years.
I'm not a reporter.
I'd say I was successful.
Wait, what do you report for now? Like,
The Topfield Gazette.
oh my god, my dad says that is like one of those. You know what? You're doing a good job. Let's just keep going.
Thank you.
So
Yeah, so good. I
the
bet you have lots of readers.
the path that you would take, Tracy, or you would lead Mr. Baker on. I'm assuming that you folks are piling into the squad car.
I ride my moped.
You're gonna follow after the
Can I-
squad car. Are they
Yeah.
gonna
Can I also-
expect it to go what
Yes,
20
I'll
miles per
get
hour?
in the
Your
squad
moped
car.
goes,
Can I
Probably
also
go
ride
30
the
or
moped?
40.
huh?
No, you can't.
Can
I
If there's
also
a
ride the
squad
moped?
car, no,
the squad car.
can't.
Now,
You may
doesn't that
not.
be awkward?
He says, no.
Do you have a gun, Robert?
I'm gonna sit in the front seat and I'm gonna check my makeup in the mirror.
Yes.
He's like, I
While
found
we're
this in the
driving.
police station.
Make
He's
sure
got
I
a shotgun.
Mirror has got a crack along the middle of it.
Man.
Wow, it's pretty difficult to crack a mirror like the
Yeah.
visor mirrors. Holy crap! Who did
It's gonna
this?
crack along the middle of it. Well, the last guy that sat up front, he wasn't too happy about having to be in the car, so
Well, why'd you put him in the front?
because the back was full with his friends.
Ew. Okay.
As you can see on the right side of this, there's a jobs field. If you're curious as whether or not this topical, my silliness pulled it from for Google Earth. They have a kind of pullback slide to go back in the date. So this is actually what it looked like.
Really? It's the topographical view.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
1980.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so it's fun. It's interesting. There's no such place as Nelson. I made it up, but I did find a place that met the description of what I was looking for. And
Well, the
that's-
Tri-Towns area has all those things plus a town called Norton, which
Yeah.
could be like Nelson.
perhaps it's like a Stranger Things as of a remake. But anyway, point is the location that you would take them to, kind of this far area out over this way.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
from
there's like
there-
shacks and stuff in the woods there.
From there, there's a walking path that leads you past that old house. Did I send you that information regarding the old house?
You mentioned an old house, but I don't think there was anything like no handout or something.
Okay. I just want to make sure
Let me see if it's in our conversation.
it would have been. We've had conversations about a lot more since then. So
Yeah.
obviously you're from Topfield. The house in question, it is located house.
I see it in my thing. You may or may not have stayed in this house. Yeah.
And
Of course,
yeah,
I've stayed in this house. I'm a tour guide.
okay.
And we've had like the overnight experience.
So the one
Oh.
thing that you for sure probably have never done is you have never gone in the depths of, never gone into
No.
the
The stairs didn't look very safe.
right. Basement has been kind of off limits to you as well because there's this strange feeling that about it. Very strange. Someone's down there, and it's not like a sensation that you'd get like someone's down there. Maybe I can sneak up on them. Like someone is down there, and they will know if I go down those. And that's probably why that feeling that you got, probably why you never went back to that. But you do use it as a point. You're kind of taking people through. It's an old house. It doesn't look super creepy, but going inside definitely would give someone like the no furniture, and there's all these kind of shadows of where the furniture was. It's just a very scary place.
Does it
This,
seem like that?
uh,
I'm sorry, John. Does it seem like it would fit the description of the house encountered in the 1950s in the Haynes Journal?
yeah, looks identical to one of the houses that would have been built by the Pinkerton.
Okay.
And can I also take out my camera?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a flash photography of it. I'll get the handout here
Yes.
first in a second. I apparently have it right here. Good job, past me. Again, it's nothing to. It's not like, oh, whoa, it's a super crazy, cool, spooky house. It literally is like got the.
Looks pretty spooky.
It's just a house in the woods.
Appreciate that, but it's got like the paneling that would have been like in the 50s. It's kind of like not quite like, I don't know if they had plastic side paneling back then, but it's like that kind of just very boring, stereotypical kind of like 50s. Everybody has the same fucking house look.
Yeah.
That was very common throughout that period. That said,
It's like if someone plucked this house off the suburbs and just threw it down in the middle of the woods.
okay. That said, the second opportunity here for your entry, Chandler, is now as they park away from here, but definitely within earshot, and start making their ways through the fall crunch of leaves over to the house. Would Joel be here?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, tell them what they see as they kind of walk up towards the house. I would say, based on timing, probably somewhere around noon.
Noon. Okay. You would see an average heighted guy just really close to the house, but not going in. You would just see that he was confident enough to go up to the house, and it looks like he knows that he's supposed to be here. You would just see, yeah, a guy in like a black t-shirt, army fatigue bottoms, basically something durable, nice tall boots, and really not much else would be gleaned from that distance from me. You would just see me looking in the house, very intently and like peeking around as you're walking up. And when I heard you, I would turn around and be very shocked that anyone else would be coming out to this area at all.
And based
I
on
do
what
it all the
we've
time.
got, just to make sure we're clear, like as you're approaching him, it's very noticeable this is a taller fellow. And also based on your size, I'm assuming like you're a muscular guy. Like you've got a pretty
Yeah.
decent kind of like
He's got giant forearms. Look at it.
yeah, like he's
Yeah, you're
probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 6'6", like feet 6 feet 6 inches tall. Like he's a big dude, right? So
Yeah. I look like I can handle myself against bears for the officer who
no,
keeps
the officer's
asking.
like, this guy right here is already out in the woods. He's not scared at all.
He's gonna
Also,
take a bear on with a switch.
If anyone is observant, they would see a boot knife. I do want to make that already open. You would see a very large handle sticking out of a boot. And
Does he have
I would,
crazy eyes?
no, they would look very dead. No, they would look very dead.
Dead.
He would look
Okay.
very tired.
Okay.
And I would just kind of turn, again, be shocked that I see a group of people showing up, and I would just wait. Because maybe y'all just walk past and just see some weirdo looking in the house.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm letting the guide go first because I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where she found this stuff at. So
Hey, are you part of the tour I was supposed to be taking here this afternoon? Like, nobody's supposed to be here yet.
Who would tour here?
Lots
I
of
said.
people, actually. Most of them aren't from the area. They kind of come in from like New York and stuff, and they just want the spooky tours.
No, I'm not with a tour. I'm just going
Okay,
back to
so
my old.
then what the fuck are you doing out in the middle of the woods?
I used to live around here. I just like to come out. Why are you out in the middle of the woods with what
I
looks to
brought
be
the cops.
Scooby-Doo?
I brought a cop at least, and then this guy's writing. I don't know, and she's gonna point at Ian. I don't know why he's here though. That guy's writing for the Gazette, I think, and then I'm supposed to be showing them where the drugs and guns are.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. You all have a fun life with Miss over there. And I would
What are you
immediately
doing?
turn back around and I would turn
What
back and
what
see
if
it was
they're
the
his
cop that
drugs
said
and
that and go nothing illegal and turn immediately back and start heading towards like a bigger opening, like a door or something of the
That
house.
was suspicious to me.
Russell, he says nothing illegal and then enters the house.
Okay.
Well, he looked like out of all the people I've seen so far, he looks like he's gonna put up the best fight. So I'm definitely going to walk after him, trying to convince him to go with us.
I love
I'm gonna
your
walk in after him and be like, "Hey, so you look like you at least can handle a gun if we find you one."
I would be shocked he followed me inside.
So pause for a second. Pause for a second. So the scene. There's a moment, Joel, where you feel like when you enter into the house, there's this kind of like reflexive kind of like, I've done this so many times before. And it feels natural. And there's something about the air that seems familiar to you. Step into the time in a while. And you're kind of hit with it. Like where I grew up. Where I live. Look around the space. And to you, for a moment, you see that the shadows of what was that are left by the way that dust doesn't sit thinly when something is removed, dust that was allowed to fester. Just remember. And I would say that the thing that kind of bubbles up into your mind the most is the times that you had in this space with your friend. Think about it. For the first time in a while. Baker steps in and starts talking to you about how he thinks you could handle a gun. And yes, for you, it's like he just barged right in like he owned the place.
I would probably seem annoyed saying, "What are you doing in here?"
I came in here to convince you to go with us at least halfway. That way, I'm not left alone with people that I'm probably gonna have to sacrifice or save.
Oh my goodness.
I've met more welcoming asylum mates. I need you to know that.
I don't doubt it.
For everyone else, my guy's job was working as an asylum attendant. So
they don't need to know that. You said what you said.
Yeah, well, it did. But I would say, what are you doing? I'm not here to find drugs or whatever you guys are messing with. I'm here. This is my old house. I'm here almost to pay respects. What are you doing?
Coming in to see if you want to come with us. Because these guys probably definitely desecrated your house at some point. So, you can get them back for that.
That's
Not the guys with us, but the guys we're going to try to find.
I see the chat. If I see just a giant flashbulb.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. I would look towards the now flashed light and just see, I'm guessing, just a man just a little above a window.
He probably does one of these, honestly. It's like big flash. It's like, again, 1980s. They had decent cameras, and then like
Yeah.
kind of flash, then pulls down and kind of like smiles and looks around as if he's like lining up his next shot.
I would push past the officer
Step outside.
You
And
want to see
there
the
we go.
back door?
and lean out and just go, "What the hell are you doing?"
I'm on a tour.
Oh my
I mean, that's
god!
gonna be $20, but like
I would look to the guy who looks put together in this situation.
Oh, if you
The only one that looks put together in this situation at this point who's kept his mouth shut. And I would look over at him and I would look him up and down and go, "Can you tell me why you're out here at least?"
Are you talking to Ian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
put together.
Yeah, out of the crazies I've dealt with, this is pretty good.
Not crazy. I'm 18 years old.
That counts.
Same difference. Same difference.
That's diagnosable.
Well, this is a pretty ragtag crew, but for me, I'm a grad student at Miskatonic University. I study parapsychology and a bit of the occult. I'm familiar with Arthur Haynes's journal. He's a famous researcher at Miskatonic, and he writes in his journal about coming here in the 1950s and encountering very strange occult occurrences. I'm interested in taking a look at the house to further my research.
Which occult occurrences are you talking about?
He's not going to answer that.
Okay.
Yeah, weird shit happens in here. You can come on in. And I would turn around and just walk back in the house. I would look at the police officer and say, "Please get out."
Actually, I messaged John on the side chat to ask him if I could start looking around while you walked out to talk to them.
Oh, yeah, so you go inside and Russell Baker's missing.
So before he walks aside, Ian would say to the others, just wait here for a few minutes, okay? Just wait.
Just don't go in the basement.
Yeah.
Pause for a second. Joel. What in your house, like, again, I'm thinking from different perspectives, right? In California, we didn't really have basements. California, basements. I've lived in Indiana for a while. Basements are a thing. I believe they flood. Some people have those finished basements. I don't know how they keep them dry. I'll be honest.
Oh, the granite in the ground.
Sub pump, yeah, sure, probably. Again,
Um,
totally cool. And then in the Northeast, I'm not terribly familiar with it. I'm sure John knows, like, you know, and definitely.
We have basements.
They have basements.
They have
I have two.
basements.
I have two
Most
sump
people-
pumps.
In a
Well,
presumably
most people I knew had basements, and they didn't even need sump pumps because there's so much granite in the ground that it's naturally like drains really, really low.
for 3 individuals living, a mom, a dad, and a kid. I don't know if you have any siblings. It's up to you. But for Joel's family size, what was the basement used for?
Cutting up
I
the
I
Arts and
forget.
crafts.
Hold on.
I just want to make sure of something first.
Sure.
Okay, the basement would have just been used mostly for storage. My dad was a man in the service, was in Vietnam, very practical. My mom was a very practical woman as well, even up to her death. So it would mostly be storage, probably canned goods down there, like actual like chant cart. Not the like spooky basement, probably now it is, but back then it was a nicer basement. We kept it up.
Get there. So regarding its spooky levels,
Eh.
don't need to foreshadow too hard. My question for you then is, your dad. A lot of his memorabilia about down there. Dads, especially, you know, older dads in the 80s, probably had, or earlier than the 80s, would have had designs on having a space that they could call their own. Was the
The
basement
bunker.
that place for them?
Oh, you're talking about like a little man cave down there, like station.
Was it his spot where he'd go down? He'd have like a little TV set down there, you know, a little boob tube. Watch a little bit of the old whatever was on in the 50s. I don't know.
Star Trek and stuff.
Yeah, he had like a little setup, little recliner, an old recliner he found that him and my mom thrifted, and just a little coffee table where you could bring him down a beer after a hard night, and a little TV in front of him.
And you
little spot though. The mom wouldn't give too much room. He got like a zone.
He used to watch his shows on that TV. Remember to seeing all of his medals and all his awards and everything from service, his time, working in the States and abroad. And you'd also remember there was a summer where the neighbors knocked a baseball into the house, broke a window, and smashed your living room TV, obliterated it. Your favorite show would come on in the mornings. Dad would be at work, so your mom would just take you down there and set you down, watch the TV. For some reason, start thinking about the basement. We'll start talking to you about the basement. Basement keeps coming up. You remember what it is, but you also remember the most time you spent there. It was watching your favorite show back as a kid, down there in that basement.
Okay.
Now, do you throw the cop out? Do you throw the cop?
I do grab him.
Okay, you go find Russell.
I'm just gone. Yeah.
You find him. It's not hard to find a guy walking around in here, especially with a basement. The floor is kind of create a certain sound.
Creaky. What are you doing? I would look again, just look him up and down and go, aren't you supposed to be like helping someone or something?
Apparently this house is of interest, so I'm looking around and see if I can figure out if those people stayed here or not.
How did they trust you with training?
I don't know. When I stayed the night here, there seemed to be like somebody in the basement. It kind of felt like that. I don't know if it was.
Everybody's outside. I just want to make sure we're kind of understanding the scene. Russell Baker's being dressed down by Joel Henry at a random point inside of Joel Henry's familial home. So I know that we got a attempt at a muffled yell inwards from Hudson, and
it was good.
Drugs are gone. Did you find the drugs are gone?
Which is fine. I just want to make sure that we're locking in with Joel and Russell here to kind of like make sure that the dressing down gets kind of locked in. It seems that again, doing his job, but he may not be taking it as seriously as he might want. So, Joel, what are you doing in my house? Trying to see. This is a place of interest. I'm trying to see if there's people staying here that aren't supposed to be, and you're basically redressing him, saying there's nobody here. Are you going to say at that point, just go ahead and finish taking your look through, like just to see? If
yeah. And again, it's not my house at this point, so it's just be a little more kind as you're going through.
I definitely haven't moved anything. I'm just like looking.
Okay. Now, so Russell, you've cleared the entirety of the first floor. The second floor, as you can tell, looks like there's possibly something up there. Like not a lot. From what you saw on the outside, it's about half the size of the whole of the house. And then there's the basement. Of those two locations, up or down, which direction would you like to go?
Yeah, I am, so just for context, has my character heard other people talk about the basement as like a thing?
Only Tracy. Nobody else has really brought it up yet.
Okay, I was making sure. She doesn't seem all there, so I'll definitely go check the top floor first.
Okay. So you'd hear heavy booted police officer boots go up the stairs. Outside, Robert, you're kind of moving around the house, trying to get some good pictures, but really taking notes as well. So we're going to have a couple of roles here that are in my opinion. And when Russell kind of gets redressed and is leaving, I want to make sure your spot in the scene is clear too. I'm going to get to you as well, Tracy. What are you doing inside the house as that debacle is kind of happening? That just.
He has his journal out, and he's trying to take notes about the current state of the house. He hasn't really moved around. He's just sort of waiting so that he could sort of, I guess, talk more with Joel about everything. Like he's basically trying not to get into the same trouble that the officers gotten into.
Got it. got it. And then Tracy outside. Obviously, Robert Hudson's doing his own thing. What is Tracy doing? You've been kind of led here, but there's no promise of money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not giving them the tour unless they want to pay me, and I'm just taking them to where the drugs and the guns are, but nobody's listening to me, so.
Right. They're being jerks about it. Whoever this new tall guy
They
is.
are.
Okay.
They're acting like I'm the problem. I'm the only one who, like, knows this fucking area. That guy didn't even know how to get into the woods.
A bit of a huff and, like, probably arms crossed, like, fucking assholes in your head. Okay, so with that, Tracy and Robert outside, go ahead and give me a... It's been a while, folks. I'm looking at my list. Not perception.
Spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
An
Yes.
unperception. Hold on.
I prepared for this.
I did not.
What, you pre-roll or something?
Is it on here?
No,
Well,
I put a good amount in spot hidden.
Russell
Oof.
and Ian,
Zach
you
said.
are going to be given a choice. Depending on your choice, we'll get different results on success or failure. You can choose to either spot hidden, or you can listen. And then Joel, as this is all kind of going around you and the world has finally taken a moment to be quiet, either the cops heading upstairs, best not to get in the way. You're on the first floor. If there's anything you'd like to investigate there, or something you want to kind of nominate might be there, or do you wish to go to the basement?
I want to go to the basement so bad.
Right. So
That was my spot. That was my spot for the last like good summer of my life. So it's gotta be where I go.
Robert, outside, kind of get this strange kind of like feeling. Start looking around up from your notes. Cool air outside. Weather's kind of, fall, dry. It's like a bit of a chill.
We got any smells?
Not really looking for smells on this. But
Okay.
I would say that the smell that's kind of present for you is just that kind of earthy smell. And there's like a slight scent of like petrichor, like a light rain might come in at some point.
Oh, okay.
Not like a heavy rain, you don't
How
think.
New England smells. Yeah.
But you would notice, though, out in the woods, seemingly staring right at you, maybe about 300 feet out, in the leafless trees that kind of are between you and this individual. Man,
Okay.
black cloak. You only catch him because the wind catches the cloak for a second, causes it to silhouette for you to see. Had it not been for that drift of wind, it would have just looked like perfectly camouflaged. The shadow.
Can I react?
Pause for a
Yeah, of
second.
course.
I want to make sure I'm locking in with everybody else simultaneously.
All right.
But you will be first to react. Clark, you kind of are standing there huffing, completely like unaware of the presence. Ian, you're going and looking around inside of the space, and you would notice that the living room has like a mantle. It doesn't look like it's a typical mantle, though. I don't think that the house has like a full-on fireplace. We double check the picture. Yeah, it doesn't have like a full-on fireplace. This mantle is more kind of just like stylistically placed there, right? Very popular thing to do. And on the top of the mantelpiece, kind of a very simple wooden carving, nothing too immaculate. But you see what looks like a kind of oval shape that's kind of dusted over. It almost looks like a pane of glass. A mirror on top of the...
Okay.
Russell, you failed your check, right?
Yeah. I put a lot of points into it and still
And again,
failed.
before you react, Andy, Joel, you step to the top of the steps at the basement. The door closed. Open the door. Greeted by two things that are absolutely... first, get this feeling, a smell. Someone is living down. There's just a scent. And the strange part about that is the scent is really familiar. It just feels like everywhere else in this house so far has felt earth has crept in. The smell of dirt and loam is very present in the space. Downstairs smells like just like you remember it. Back when you were watching your show. The second thing you notice is that though it is pitch black, you see what appear to be flickering lights. Lights you'd expect to see from a television. Kind of streaming through static. Main line is kind of floating through it, creating this very wavy glow. Foot of the basement. Reacts Robert Hudson to the guy in the woods.
I want to try to whip around and take a photograph of it.
Okay, great. Go ahead and give me, because you're going to be doing it quickly, and you want to make sure that you get the shot, right? Your success on this will determine how good the shot. Are we going to get like a clear picture, or are we going to get another Bigfoot in the woods kind of situation?
Yeah. That's
You have to wait
exactly what I was
until you
thinking.
shake it out.
Yeah, you got to shake it out. You gotta
See what-
shake it. He's not even a Polaroid. He's professional.
No, I'm semi-professional.
So I believe there's a photography skill. Am I crazy?
There is.
Yeah, I want that. That's what I want. Give me one of those. Now,
You ready for it?
Luck is spent after, but that's hella good. So we're gonna go ahead and
Ooh,
lock
good
that in.
stuff.
Let's go.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Okay. I will say too, just so we understand, hard successes, it's probably happening, right? The critical successes is definitely happening. I'm probably gonna give you more than you want. And then if it's just a straight success,
No.
you did it. So
Please tell me.
I wanted to say though too is just for future reference, if because some of you haven't played before, if you fail a check, like let's say Russell Baker's check, and he really wanted to succeed at that, right? He can spend points of his luck, which is just a 1-for-1 point spend straight from your luck pool. I think you have like somewhere in the ballpark of
To
like,
match.
Yeah, you have to match or get underneath. I think it is right, or is it match?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you
Underneath.
can match it.
Okay, so that's
Is it? I don't know.
yeah, that's what we're gonna go.
I think
with.
you just have to meet the number.
Yep. So again, for a 95 or 94 to drop down to a 75 is a number, and we know historically I wouldn't be able to calculate that number even on my best day. So I'm not going to try. I'm not going to.
Well, we have
insult your intelligence
calculators.
thinking that I could do
We have
it.
calculators for that.
Yeah, well,
You'd have
you
to do
have
20.
calculators.
I have a brain. If you give the 94 one more, it's 95. That's 20 more than 75. So if you do the 20, it drops it down below 75.
I'm just letting you have this moment.
Well, you
Mark.
didn't have to insult us about that.
You basically
This is
like
easy.
you're just bullying
Such a
someone
mean girl.
because they're not good.
I thought we were friends.
I thought we were friends. Anyway, focusing up, I still believe we are. That said, you take that picture. You're pretty sure you got it, but the moment after the picture is shot, you would see that the figure kind of vanishes from sight.
Hmm.
And it's not so much they disappeared. It's more of a they kind of wandered off past a hill that's over that way.
Okay.
Inside, you notice that mirror.
Yeah.
What do you do in response to seeing it?
Well, I'm also seeing. Am I seeing Joel go down into the basement? Or try to go in the basement?
I would say they kind of went over to that side of the house and had that conversation. And I don't think like the basement door is like right next to the living room. I would say it's probably closer to the kitchen, right? Like it's one of those situations where you got the kitchen and there's kind of like that partition in the middle of the house that kind of breaks through it.
He would definitely call out to Joel, "Come over here. I think this is important."
Okay. So Joel, you open the door.
Now listen one little bit.
You hear a man you just met say that, and you see what you see. So Ian, you're kind of like waiting in like the heartbeat for the next shoe to fall. See what's going
But
on.
I'm also walking over to the mantle because I know from Arthur's notebook that these things can be super dangerous. So I want to make sure that I would pick it up in such a way where it's covered.
Real quick, it is a part of the mantle so far.
Oh shit!
So So basically, like, imagine that the mantle is kind of like it's your flat, kind of situation, right? And then there are two kind of runners that run along the side of the wall connected to it.
I get you.
And they have like it's an almost like arc shaped or like house shaped top.
Yeah. I
And
get
then
it.
at the top is the
I thought you meant a loose mirror that was on
no,
top
no.
of it. Got it.
I mean, if
Okay.
you want to check it out, though, you can. The thing is you think that if you fuss with it too much, the dust that's covering the mirror at current would probably.
Okay. I would take a handkerchief out of my pocket and cover it.
Okay, that's fine.
I thought you were doing something else. I was like, I
No.
knew it.
True, Andy.
I'm gonna die again because of you.
He's the not
The
Arthur.
punk has a
That's the
handkerchief.
That's yeah, dude. Red handkerchief.
Don't
that's
judge
punk
me.
as
You
hell.
don't know my life.
You don't
I'm sorry.
know
I'm sorry.
me.
I'm sorry. I'm
Did
sorry.
you get that in the
You're right.
punk standard equipment list? I'm a
Fuck you,
person.
man.
I buy what I
You
want.
trying to police me?
No, that's Russell
So are
Baker.
you a blood or a crypt? I can't remember which colors.
No, it's not gang color.
He
Oh
would
my
just sort of
God,
snorted
stop,
that,
Stop.
and he's
stop.
so he's definitely doing.
Joel, you do not heed those words at all in the slightest, and you start making your way down.
Straight down the basement.
Oh, he's gonna piss off the house guy.
When you make
Houseman.
it bottom of the basement, everything seems to be kind of where you remember it, but not in the same. Everything has a very heavy layer of dust on it. Everything seems to not have shifted much past when you last remember it. The only thing that seems to be out of order is the TV, which is on its side on the ground. Looks like there's a decent crack in the screen itself. The screen is flickering. It looks like something is playing on it. I would like for you to just make a electronics roll. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna give you a bonus.
Electronic? Do you mean electrical repair?
Electronics.
Electronics.
I don't think that's a.
Electrical
It's
repair
below
is right
There-
above
there-
it. You know
there's-
what? I'll give
yeah.
you electrical repair because it fits with that. It's based on the TV.
It's a 1, so.
Totally fine. I'm gonna give you a bonus dice on it.
Oh,
That is
so
so
You
close.
can use luck.
Click the bonus.
You could use luck though. You could use 8 luck.
But click the bonus.
You've got
Rich. It's not going to change
What's-
anything. The bonus
Okay.
will
Oh,
just
yeah.
make the zeros as zeros.
Oh, it's even better.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's even worse. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's an 81 instead of a.
Oh no, you can't. I'm
1,
sorry, I got
or
the math
89.
wrong. You
Yeah.
can't use
Oh.
luck.
You can
can't
spend
use
you
luck.
can spend 8 points of luck if you want to make this a success.
Oh,
And
I have
remember-
so little luck.
We are playing on the mentality that if you do succeed on something, you can make an improvement roll on it. You definitely get better at electrical repair.
We can't gift luck, can we?
No, this
You
is-
don't want to here. You do not want to. Yeah. You know what? First session. Yeah. Let's use 8.
Okay.
I'll be down to 12 luck.
The TV is on, but the TV is
Wow.
not plugged in.
Oh, I would.
Solid.
I'm a big dude. I know those TVs were heavy back in the day, but
Oh,
I would shift it up.
Yeah, it's not one of those big ass TVs. It was kind of like in like the
No, those old ones just had they were like 70, 80 pounds.
No,
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They're just heavy.
yeah. But in like the 60s, they came out with those ones you could put in the kitchen, like those little like sets.
Oh, like
Oh,
the 9
oh,
inch,
yeah.
the 9
Yeah.
inch screen.
It's like one of those bad boys for sure.
Okay, yeah, I put it, I write
Pick
it
it up and
basically.
kind of like write
Yeah,
it and
a
kind of
little
look at
boy.
it, and it seemingly causes the distortion on the screen to kind of static out. And you see him, and I'm going to leave that with you. Okay, you see him. Know who I'm talking about. Now, if you want to describe what's on the screen now, you can, but I am leaving this to you to veil it and keep it secret, or to put it on the table. It's your call.
Oh, I'll describe what I see for the class. So I'd be really intently looking into this screen, and I would see like a 7 or 8 foot tall just fuzz. It would be vaguely humanoid shaped, arms a little too long, torso a little too short, but almost in an adorable way. Something that you could trust as a kid.
Like a Muppet.
Yeah, just like a weird Muppet, a really dark Muppet. And I would look down to confirm because it was one of my favorite things as a kid. It always had 7 fingers on each hand. I never knew why. They never used them. But I looked down and there are 7 fingers.
Just dangle there awkwardly.
And yeah, they just kind of twitch. And I could see that they would be looking back at me, just like I remember. Those really dull but very beautiful purple eyes just gazing into your soul at this point. And just this giant smile. Giant. But just, if you could see there kind of is a vague shape of a tongue in there, but there were never any teeth.
This is super creepy. Oh my god.
Yeah, it just you could just see that it was happy though. It was big smile.
Did we make a mascot horror campaign?
He says, "Turn it off. You can be free again." And the voice is kind of distorted and warped, but the voice you remember is in there somewhere. The TV's turn dial, it's like those old style, like, plastic, like silver coated dials, and you if you just turn it and then, or like you push it in, it'll shut the TV off. Can do this in any way you want. You are absolutely free to do it. If you are not sure what you should do, you can always make a sanity roll and see if you would basically understand what's happening here is not right.
Man, you know what? I want to make a sanity roll because if something just that's just clicking on this, right?
There's a rational man on the nose.
Oh, nice job.
So there's a rational man in there, right? Like, you've definitely seen a lot in your. You're not terribly old, but you carry it. Like,
yeah.
There's an old man in there. And you realize that the TV's unplugged, TV's on. This is mine. What's happening here?
I would put it down and kind of shake myself and turn away from it.
Do you leave it on? Don't turn it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't turn it off. I just turn around and I'm trying to shake myself back into the situation.
As you kind of settle into stuff, I'm going to pause for a second. Ian, you kind of throw the handkerchief over top of it and realize that you're not getting a response from Joel. Go seek him out.
Yep.
Okay. Pause for there. And then outside, Robert, you snap a picture of this person. Tracy, you see him very quickly kind of shuffle with his camera and take a picture at nothing.
Yeah, that's totally normal for the Gazette.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
You said something.
What was your last
I didn't hear what you said.
What was your last column?
Oh, don't even get me started. We Margaret Thatcher, right?
Oh boy.
He scares me.
Oh my god, are you just
She is scary.
playing yourself in the 80s?
Yeah, I'm not going to go on from that, but
Okay.
blah, blah, blah.
He does ramble on about a piece that he wrote that's in line with what you've heard of his opinion thus far. As that's happening, Ian, you make your way to the top of the stairs. It's dark down there. Someone seems to be shuffling around. But there does seem to be a little bit of light that seems to be coming in from maybe a dirty, marred kind of window at ground level. You know, those kind of seated windows that sit just underneath where the building begins.
I have a flashlight in my satchel, so I would take it out.
Okay, pull out a flashlight, kind of make your way down. Now,
yeah,
Joel, you don't even notice, but Ian makes his way down there. In those moments after kind of defeating, quote unquote, the televisions that kind of look around the space, are you looking for anything in particular? Is there some memento of your father's that you're looking for that kind of the focus of yours?
Oh, I don't know if that's what it would be. I think I would be. This is going to be a slightly darker turn than I think you're shooting for.
Oh,
I'd be looking. I'd be looking up. I'd be looking at the ceiling beams and looking for some burn marks or some rope marks.
Yeah, Yeah. You do see that there is a bit of rope kind of like caught into one of the spots near his chair.
That's what I would be focusing on and looking at, trying to ground myself basically again.
Yeah. Ian, you step up behind him as he's just kind of, it's only
It
like
would,
it's only about like 9 feet above you. So like as a 6'6" guy, you're kind of just staring at it, and it's like,
so I wouldn't get too close to him, but I would say, Joel, I would sort of softly, Joel.
and to you, everything at that moment, like Joel, as you kind of hear his voice and kind of turn to look at him, kind of snaps. It was dark, and the TV was the only thing lighting the space. Now you realize that it isn't even on, and that the light seems to be coming from a very kind of dirtied up window that maybe as a child you once or twice kind of went through and maybe got reprimanded.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I never caught your name. What was your name?
I'm Ian.
Nice to meet
So
you. I'd stick out my hand.
yeah, it sounds, and I would shake it. I would say, it sounds like this place has some baggage for you.
You could say that. I grew up here.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, every family, right? Baggage is expected. But when I was looking at the Haynes journals, and he again was here in the 1950s, he described this basement as having some sort of evil presence in it.
Pause for a second. Pause for a second. This isn't the house. Sorry, this isn't.
Oh, this is
This
not
isn't.
the
This is
house.
not
It's not
the
this.
house. This is
Oh,
an old house. This is one of the ones that got built up by the Pinkertons
yeah.
around the house.
Okay, so this is just another house with a dark presence in the basement.
We like basements.
This is
When,
a
when
Okay.
you
neighborhood. Damn it.
real quick, when you return or when you sorry, when you talk about the Pinkertons, are you talking about like the like
Pinkerton.
police group?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Pinkertons.
The private.
Okay, that's what I
They're
just want to make
for
sure.
hire
Yeah.
really shitty
Yeah, okay, I want
police,
to make sure.
The
I want to make sure.
corrupt police.
They are
You know, the
very.
thug.
Yeah, they're very
Yeah,
prominently featured.
we hate them.
They're very-
Everybody hates them.
Very prominently featured in COG.
Yes.
Yes.
That says they're ruining the towns.
No, they did. They're gone.
Yeah,
Or
they
they
did.
did ruin the towns, whatever.
Pinkertons.
Sorry for the cutoff, but just
Anyway,
to kind of
sorry.
make a correction there, Ian. It's not. This is not the house.
Fine. Was your dad suffering much?
No, not to my knowledge. He died in the war.
Okay. He died in the war.
Yeah, but this was his favorite spot, and days he was gone, and especially on his last duty station, I'd come down here a lot and hang out.
You were
Means a lot to
looking
me.
up at the ceiling. I don't see anything there. What did you see?
Rope burns.
Sorry,
Really
but
painful rope burns.
Ian would like look up again, use his flashlight. He doesn't see any of that kind of thing.
Tell him what he sees.
I tell you what he sees?
No, I'm asking. Oh,
Oh, okay.
Ian.
Right.
You would see a bit of a rounded part in the wood, almost where a lot of weight on a very small surface would be.
Okay.
And that would be just basically over the chair.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I don't want to impose on you, and it sounds like you're working through some stuff here. I'm really sorry that it felt like we were kind of just bumbling into this place, but believe it or not, we all are kind of headed out to sort of figure something out that's going on in the Nelson area. Um, so, if that's something that's of interest to you, you could join us, but I'd understand if you just want to stay behind and deal with your stuff.
You said you studied the occult, right?
I study the occult and paranormal. That's right.
Do you think that stuff can get through to people? Really?
I do. I do.
That's
mean,
good to hear. And I would say I'd come with you.
good.
Russell, you get upstairs and you're searching around, and it looks like the bedrooms, two of them. One of them looks like it was a kid's room, and you can kind of make sense of this because the dresser and bed doesn't look like they kind of made it out in their full form. Nobody's really willing to move that shit, especially since it was not even worth the time. And it definitely looks like, teenager's bed, teenager's bedroom, kind of left to rot. Like most of the shit out of it, with the furniture. The master bedroom looks like it completely covered with the elements of outside. And you can see that a portion of the roof is kind of broke in. Windows are all broken out. And you're pretty sure that they were broken out because there's no glass on the floor in the room. Looking around the space, it almost looks like someone was here before this tree came. Like someone was here during that. Maybe this is the final straw and this is why they left, or you don't know for sure. But you do a quick sweep of the place and you don't find anything. Tracy was no drugs, no guns. But yeah, with that, I assume you're heading downstairs.
Yeah. Yeah, I go back downstairs. I
Great.
assume I don't see anybody around.
You going to the basement?
Yeah, if I don't see anybody like up here,
Just as you're
then I
about to
will.
step down into the basement space, Joel would be coming up with Ian. This is right after you said, "I'll come with you," and he says, "Okay,
Yep.
well," and kind of leads you out. And you're just about to kind of engage in that, and at the top of the stairs, I presume, getting out his flashlight off of his belt, shining his flashlight down at you, and you shine your flashlight up at him. Russell Baker.
I would say not much to see down there. Good news though. Joel will be coming with us.
Cool, cool. Yeah, there wasn't nothing really upstairs except where a tree fell in, and I'm assuming somebody jumped out of a window when it did. But other than that, there's not much here. I don't know what's happened here, but I don't think it happened at this house.
Yeah. I think you're right.
I'll
I
back
would.
out of the way so they can come up the stairs.
I was about to say I'll just push right through him.
Okay. You check out what he was talking about, Joel, or do you kind of just?
No, I would have walked around the house and seen a broken window. I wouldn't have thought anything of it.
I'm sorry, you're going upstairs. That's what I was fishing for.
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I would go up there to go back to my old room just real fast.
Make either a listen check or a spot hidden check.
Both of those I think are good on me. Give me 1 second. Nope, never mind. Listen's good. We're gonna go listen.
Nice.
Yeah. As you're heading up the stairs, know that feeling when you're walking into a room? Definitely something for the older folks. So you may not get it because you're like 12 years old.
Wow.
You remember when you had for like 4? Remember when you were 4? They had like TVs, the big TVs. Remember?
Yeah.
And when you go into the room that the TV's playing,
CRT.
before you hear the sound, there's like this certain ambiance of the TV kind of present. I'm not the only person who experienced this. I can't be, but like there's like a feeling.
Talking about CRT.
Yeah, the CRT, like just there's like a vibration or something to it. That,
It's
like,
a hum.
there's a hum that's present. Like, you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
Chandler?
I also know what you're talking. Yeah, I know what you're talking.
Yeah, you called us young.
No, Chandler's younger than you.
I'm 28.
Don't
Oh, no.
You look like you're my age.
Sorry, buddy.
I don't mean that as an
You're
insult.
old.
I mean you
Wow.
look old and awesome. Not
No, I know I look old. My coworkers constantly think I'm 35. It is completely fine.
You
Fair.
do.
The-
No, you look like a.
an
Yeah,
adult.
you do.
Anyway,
7 years in the army wears you down. Let's keep going.
you enter into the space, and that vibe is present all throughout the top floor. Feeling like
Well, that's unsettling, but I still head to the room. that's not good for me.
your bed, your dresser, your room seems to be left with just the furniture, and that's all you've.
I would see the broken windows. I would also probably clock that there was no glass inside.
Yeah,
Doesn't take a genius to realize that which way it would have to go.
someone jumped out.
And I don't remember doing that, so
multiple
I would
windows.
probably chalk it up just to hooligans.
Yeah, crazy.
But none of the other windows downstairs were like that, was it?
No broken windows downstairs.
Just these.
Just the two that would be the furthest from it. From like potentially being broken. You'd think the ground level ones would be shattered. No,
Yeah.
they're dirty as hell, and they look like they're kind of like, at that state of glass, and it's been out in the elements, where it's like, just it's ready to go.
I'd walk up to them, look at them, look down.
Yeah. So Tracy, kind of standing around if you're back, Lark, and also
I am.
Robert, you'd kind of hear, kind of like a strange like booted sound from upstairs, and then when you look up, you'd see the broken windows near where you're at. You'd see Joel kind of staring out broken window, and there's a good portion of a tree. It looks like the tree has been split in two. Like someone took an axe of godly proportions and slammed it into the top of the tree, just rent it to sunder down the middle, and there's like this kind of blackened discoloration in the center of it, and the left half of it is kind of slammed into the house. A big trunk of that, or a big branch of that tree, kind of through the roof, and in your perspective, Joel, is impaling the master bed.
Everybody knows the lightning tree.
Wait, no more. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Huh?
Nothing.
Weird.
Nothing.
I wouldn't have much other thoughts about that other than that's quite odd.
Tracy says, everybody knows the lightning tree, as Robert kind of looks at it.
Takes a picture.
I'd say it's quiet enough here that, like, from your perspective, Joel, you'd be able to hear her.
You sure?
What do you mean the lightning tree?
Well, look at it. It got hit by lightning and split and then just boop right into the house. You can see the burn from the lightning, right?
I would look at it and be like, out of all trees in this entire forest, the one.
Why do you think it's called the lightning tree? It's obviously a weird thing. It wouldn't be the lightning tree if it
So
wasn't
the
like
conversation
just
ends the second you walk away from the window.
I walk away so fast.
She kind of looks up like, it doesn't even have a lightning tree.
right. It's at the spooky house in the woods. It's the lightning tree.
Ian, Russell, you two kind of muster outside, come back to Tracy and Robert. Robert's kind of like doing his thing. When you regroup before Joel comes out, what do you say to each other?
Okay, so there was no drugs or guns here, as far as I could tell.
I told you they were in the woods. I did not say that they were in this house. You decided to go in this house.
Gotta check everything. I don't know where you saw something. You might misremember something.
Instead of
Not
arguing,
sure.
why don't we take this grand party of 5 people and let's get going.
Before we do it, am I able to take pictures upstairs in the house? Is that okay? Just for for the Gazette.
Be quick.
Real quick.
Okay. As he's
I'm not
going
stopping
in
you.
and taking his pictures, everybody kind of stands outside waiting for him. Quietly, kind of looking at each other. In this moment of just tenseness and quietness, Ian, you're like, I gotta scratch my nose. And you realize you left your handkerchief inside. go back in to
Yeah.
recover it?
No, I left my disgusting handkerchief covering that mirror.
You're not gonna go get it back? I mean, it's your handkerchief. You don't have another one, and your nose is quite.
It's your.
I know you're not baiting me much, John, but instead he looks down at his hand and he sees his mood ring and it's turned totally black.
Okay. Fair enough. Robert, inside, you're kind of taking some pictures of the main area. Go ahead and make a spot hidden check for me. Doing really well. Right? So maybe with the
He's like great. He's like
rusty
great.
handkerchief on the mantle.
Great.
I can throw bait at other people. There's plenty of fish in this.
Oh!
So you're gonna notice 3 things that are very, very, very important as you kind of go about the house. Number 1 is that mantle plate. There's a handkerchief covering something at the top of it. Very, very. Looking at the floorboards, closer to the far wall in the living room, there's one floorboard that looks like it's discolored. Like it's a different piece of wood that has been slatted in place. And it almost looks like it's cut in an almost brick-like shape. The third thing that you notice is that black cloak figure out the window again. Probably the same distance away.
Picture.
There's just a flash from inside. Go ahead and give me another fucking photography roll. Christ almighty, this guy with the quick draw. With the quick draw.
Killing it.
Oh, man. So there's a flash from inside the house, and the cloak figure disappears again.
Look, he probably can't write articles, but man, are those pictures spot on.
He is the fucking Peter Parker of this shit. Like, Jesus.
I need pictures.
And then from the inside the house, you say, "Woo!"
Well, I would believe now that I just said it because I did it as a joke, but maybe Robert Hudson is the cloaked man. Never seen him in the same place at the same time.
Whoa.
Good point.
Dirty handkerchief.
He always gets really good pictures of that cloaked guy. Nobody else can get him.
Dirty handkerchief, floorboard.
Floorboard.
Okay. Yeah, the dirty handkerchief is crusty green, by the way.
Walk over.
Yeah, no thing.
The floorboard, and you kind of look at it, weird as it is, and shuffle through your pockets. Do you have any thing like a straight edge, a knife, a driver, anything like that? Prying tool.
I meant to get with you about the item.
Well, what would you have on you? Just don't worry about it. Like, don't
be
be like
he would
I
have like a
have a crowbar just because I need it right now. Think about
no, I wouldn't have a crowbar. I'm not fucking Gordon Freeman. I would have like a pocket knife and a lockpick.
Love it. Pocket knife is fine. You pop it out, you pull out the blade, and you kind of reach it in there, kind of jostle it, and then pull this little board up. Looks like someone's done this dozens of times based on the notching side of the pin. And when you pull it up, you see inside there's a bag, box of what looks like 9mm ammunition.
Oh, okay.
And a very strange looking, looks like a carving or like a little like statue made out of stone or metal. You're not sure. You reach in and grab this shit out.
He would, but as he's doing that, he's gonna say like, "Hey, guy who lives here or lived here. Sorry."
I would go. At this point, I am committed to the bit. At this point, character.
You see him tearing up the floor, but in a very unique fashion. He's not like, it doesn't look like he's ravaging it. It looks like this very strange little slot has been opened inside of the floor there, and kind of gestures to it. You don't grab anything out of it, Robert?
Oh, I said I would have started grabbing stuff.
Okay. So he pulls out a bag and sets it down. By the feel of it, it feels like it's kind of full of something, almost kind of like a jewelry kind of feel. And then the box of bullets, probably about half used.
If there's enough time, he would take a picture of it.
Yep. Well, once you're kind of laying it out, and then Joel, you would see this kind of being laid out. And then the last piece, it appears to be a kind of hand carving of an angel Does your character have any kind of knowledge of religion or any background, like the Catholic Church?
You
I
talking
mean,
about me, Robert?
Yeah,
Or
Robert
him?
was looking at it. We'll
Oh.
discuss Joel in a second.
His Catholic religion, probably not, but history.
No. Like,
Yes.
again, we're not asking you on metrics or numbers. I'm asking you as the player to define your character narratively. So, do you think your character Robert would have had a history with the Catholic Church to upbringing? It's up to you.
Oh, 100%. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
He lived in Massachusetts. Of course,
in
he did.
Massachusetts. That's exactly right. As much as you motherfuckers wanted to be somewhat understand the gimmick.
Hey, I went through communion.
Well, we did enough here. We did our time, and then we
exactly.
moved apart. Yeah.
Okay. So you as a player, I'm going to ask you, how familiar are you with Archangel?
He would say he's heard that before.
Okay.
In the sermons in the Bible or whatever.
In that Bible stuff. Got it. Okay.
You know that shit. I was playing my. No, never mind. It's too early.
It is a very unique carving of the Angel Gabriel with a completely flat back. Like, you could set it on a table and it would lay there, and then like it's three-dimensional kind of carvings that make it appear as the Angel Gabriel are kind of on one side. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. So and then he would like lay them out.
Yeah. There's another kind of religious significance to that too. When you look at the back side of it, it kind of forms the shape of the cross.
Right.
All right, Joel, you see this stuff getting laid out, and he's starting to get ready to take pictures of it. Now, he probably does it because he is really fast with that camera. And you probably
I can't beat him to this.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna give him.
No, I would.
Like, just canonically, if we go to initiative and the thing that he says he wants to do is take a picture, I'm just giving him top initiative. That's just how it's gonna go.
I'd approach slowly. I mean, I could see it from a distance what the things were, or at least a vague idea of what they were. I think I would be gravitated almost to the little carving.
Okay.
I would be shocked that there were bullets in a floorboard, but I mean, I don't think my parents put them there before I had to leave.
Do you pop open the bag after taking pictures of it to see what's in it, Robert, and kind of pour it out on the floor to take a picture?
I mean, he would like look up, and then he would look up at him, and then like as he's doing it, pour it out.
So inside the bag, you see a couple things pop out onto the floorboards. Rings, pearls, necklaces. There's very kind of nice jewelry. Like, it's been kind of covered with a bit of dirt, drawn up from somewhere, put into this.
You'd say, "Hey, I guess you have an inheritance."
Tracy and Russell, Ian, you're still outside, but when Joel was called in, there's kind of like this sense that like maybe you could follow behind. Problem. However, Joel has been kind of grumpy about it. So if you wish to enter, you can, or if you wish to remain outside.
I'll follow behind.
Okay, Russell's going back inside.
Me too.
Tracy, you'd be all alone.
I guess I'll go inside if everyone's going inside
Tracy.
now.
Fair. So once you're all inside, you kind of see them kind of finagling with stuff in the corner, and Joel, you kind of see everybody kind of coming in, kind of keeping kind of like a middle ground. You didn't approach too closely to the far end of the room. You're kind of like in the middle, and everyone kind of stops behind you. Intercede. And then you take pictures of these things, Robert. Like I said, it just looks like a handful of different kinds of like bits and baubles that look like they've been collected by someone from like different locations. Or here in this bag.
Yeah, and then he would take another picture of that.
Absolutely.
I want to go touch the statue.
Yeah,
I picked that thing straight up.
It's yours. He's not going to fight you.
It's an angel. How dangerous could it be?
It feels like it is made out of like a stone, like a heavy stone. I don't know what stone would be used in this kind of carving, but that one, the one that's best for it. And yeah, it looks like the angel Gabriel. Now the name,
Marble.
Soapstone.
if the name
Soapstone's a good one
Gabriel
too.
is spoken by Robert, like aloud, like when Joel's messing with it, like say anything about it when Joel kind of picks up the statue.
Wait, what would you say?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You
does
know
the
about
angel
it.
Gabriel?
I mean, you know some information about it. Do you mention to anything about it to Joel or ask him about it?
I'd just be like, oh, yeah, I remember this from Sunday school. It was like angel. It looks like the angel Gabriel.
Yeah, it does.
And
Why would someone stuff the messenger under the floorboard?
the messenger.
Yeah, that's what Gabriel is in the Bible. He's the one who tells us about what God wants to do.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't pay much attention.
I had a military
just-
dad. We were decently religious.
The messenger.
Tracy.
Yeah, he's the one who. Oh, yeah, go.
Sorry, Tracy. Does the name Gabriel for any come to Tracy? Does she kind of about that name?
Mm.
I'm trying to think if I
And
had anything
Ian,
written.
same question for you, but the answer is going to be different from the characters, I assure you.
Oh yeah, so again, Ian would refer to the Haynes notebooks and say that back when this was Nelson, back when there was a Nelson, there was a Gabriel Revels. That is a name that popped up in the journal. Seems to have owned some land.
I
And
mean,
what?
I know it's something like the angel Gabriel's about like the salvation of humanity.
Oh, in the notes that I sent you. Is
I
there...
don't remember.
Okay.
Hold on.
If not, that's
Let me
fine.
check those. I don't think you said anything about Gabriel.
I'm not talking about the archangel, just the name.
Yeah, I don't remember. Wait. Gabriel Revels.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm eating chips too.
Control F.
So
In character, she has a bag.
no, like there was like this whole Satanist like cult, and it was run by a guy named Gabriel Revels. But like the town burned all the cult members, so I really doubt that like there's any left over. But Gabriel might have escaped. I can't. I don't know. I wasn't here for that. That was like way long. That was like 19.
Could I do a history roll? I'm sorry.
But
Yeah.
you have good info, Tracy. Ian says.
I'm gonna need an extreme.
Yeah, I studied this stuff with my professor.
John.
That's fine.
Well, he's a teacher. He wasn't really a professor.
Yeah,
It was high school.
Name's not ringing any bells. Town of Nelson's history pretty pointless. It wouldn't be something fact. But again, Ian, everything that Tracy just said kind of matches up
Wait,
with what in the Haynes.
is this his house? Didn't this house used to belong to him, or is this a different house?
This is a different house.
Are you sure?
According to Joel, it is.
I mean, like, is Joel's family the
I don't know.
first people to live in this house?
This is one of the houses that were built by the Pinkertons. If you're talking about the house that this surrounds, and he would point towards the back and just say, it's further back that way. We all knew about it growing up.
You're so close, and I did send you a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry. Again, some people like preloaded with information. Some people I did not.
Yeah, I was reading that actually, like word for word. But,
No.
you know, cool.
The hill.
Wait, what?
The hill.
The hill.
It's like the.
They have eyes.
It's like the.
Okay, house sitting in the woods on a hill because of the eerie lights. Okay, so it's not this house. This house isn't the house on the hill.
No. The house is marked by the ruin symbol on the map I sent. Sorry to be.
Okay.
Conflictory.
But yeah, so apparently his house is just like up the hill.
And for you, that would also be kind of close to the direction where you think that you saw the guns. Now, when it comes to the guns, the drugs, and the such, I'm going to say that you have two options. And I mentioned two different pawns that you're kind of familiar with, right? Which of those two pawns do you think it would have been that you saw the gun? Would have been.
Oh, right. Where was that? I read about the pawn just a second ago.
It would have been My God. Crooked
Right?
Pond and Pout Pond.
Pout
Your
Pond. We're
character
gonna go with Pout
slept
Pond
here?
because it sounds cuter. Yeah, I did like a whole sleepover tour once. There were like 8 people. It was actually a lot of money that I made that night. But in my defense, this place had been long abandoned.
I got no hard feelings. At least I got use.
Pout Pond
And we were very
is
respectful.
just a
Yeah.
ways out that way to the east. There's a Gabriel Manor or Gabriel Hill on the way. It says to Baker. Pout Pond's where I saw that stuff. Gabriel Hill's just between.
I mean, yeah, we can stop on the way through. If everybody else is interested in, I mean, I guess I can't be the only one benefiting from this trip.
Isn't that west of where we are?
West. I'm bad at directions too.
Okay, I'm like, I didn't know
Direction,
that.
same thing.
It's okay. Okay. North is south. South is not true. West. West
Yeah.
of here. God damn it.
If you close your eyes and spin enough, it's all the same.
Get fucked.
Yes. Yes. In space,
There you go, Brent. That's the way to think about it.
there are more directions. But yeah, that'd be accurate. So, Tracy, at this point, I'm gonna ask you, go ahead and give me, because it's getting cloudy and a bit rainy, drizzly, not like crazy rain. Not even coming because of the tree. But I think it's natural world or navigate, either one.
Let's see.
And you have a
Natural
bonus.
world.
You have a bonus.
Why
on
do
this
I
one.
have? Do I? Okay. I don't know how to use the bonus.
Sure, you'll click the
Just
roll,
roll and there's a button.
and then you'll click the bonus there at the bottom.
Oof.
Okay, so you actually rolled a
Almost.
23.
23.
So that's
I can
over.
use 13 points.
Yeah, if you want to use 13 luck points, that's absolutely fine. So you'll,
Yeah, I've got 80 luck points, so like that shouldn't be that bad.
hell yeah.
Whoop, that's not what I meant to do.
So
How do I edit that?
kind of get lost for a second, like
Edit
kind of
mode.
get turned around in your head. Now you're getting ready to leave these people, and I just want to make sure it's clear. Russell, you said we can go. Ian, are you like, yeah, I'm good to go?
Yeah, yeah.
Robert, you are obviously going along with the law enforcement story, and Tracy's leading
Yeah.
the way. Now, Joel,
Yeah, well,
they mentioned something. I don't think Robert took any of the stuff that was in that box. Take the statue with you. Go ahead and put that on your character sheet. And then all the jewelry you just kind of leave there, or do you put it back in the hole?
Do any of the rings look like they would fit? Just one.
One of them looks like it is familiar. You're pretty
I'd
sure.
take it.
You're pretty sure your dad wore this band book.
Would I know if he was buried in that band?
Would know that your mom kept it.
I'd put it in my pocket. That and the statue and walk out.
Now, again, out of character, I'm making a presumption. Your parents probably weren't the most well-to-do, right?
No, they were regular army parents in the. They weren't bad off, but they weren't anything crazy.
They're not bearing like
No.
that. They were she might have been hopeful that you would have gotten married someday, and you just. But
Yeah.
that kind of situation. So you make your way towards Gabriel. Luckily, you go with them, right, Joel?
Yeah.
Are heading that way. You kind of get lost, turned around, not exactly sure where you're going. But then, as luck would have it, you kind of stumble upon the base of the hill. The hill in question, kind of looking at it from where you start at, it is just a climb, a sharp, steady climb. It looks like there are heavy, kind of like structures of rock, different parts and places, kind of formulate these little ledges, outcropping. There's definitely good pathing though. You find yourself a nice little switchback that looks like it's been walked up and through. Not too hard. There's definitely animal tracks all about, and you can kind of see. Looks like there have been people who come up this way, and for you, Tracy, you find it because as the rain starts to pick up just a tiny bit, not a lot to kind of worry anybody too much, but enough to kind of create a bit of a trickle down from the hill.
Mm-hmm.
See that the path that you take is the not in. Well, try. Seems good enough too as it is. Does anybody stop at the hill for any reason? Does anybody have anything they want to hear at the base of the hill? Checking around.
More pictures.
Okay. And I'm not
How I
even.
stay in shape every day.
I'm not even gonna make you roll it this time. But as you
Yeah, it's
kind
fair.
of, it's guy's not sneaking up on you. When you kind of turn around after taking some pictures just to kind of look around, you're pretty sure that he is about the same distance as he was away, but it does look like he is following. It's hard for you to figure that that's not the case.
I'm just gonna say, hey man.
And so for everyone else,
Everybody's gonna look at him.
he goes, "Hey man," and kind of yells out into the distance. And when you look over in that direction, you don't see him, whoever he's yelling at. To everyone else, it looks like, besides everything else he's displayed, Robert is lying.
Did you see like Margaret Thatcher or something?
No, it was this big cloaked man. Is he kind of fuzzy like you described the other person?
No.
Fuck.
You would know the evil Muppet if you saw the evil Muppet.
Damn, I'm crazy. Okay.
It's a happy Muppet though.
He's like he's like this big guy. He's like black figure. Like I have pictures of him. Trust me.
Unfortunately, it's not digital media.
Say black
Sandy
people.
rolls. Sandy roll.
Won't be able to show them.
No, I know. But like, guys,
until you get to a dark room.
Okay, onward.
You go up the hill, and it clears up a bit by the time you make it to the top of Gabriel. And when you get up there, it feels a bit drier, but there's just kind of like a dampness to everything, etc. You can kind of see on the northern side a bit of a clearing from the hill, and from the southern side that you came up on, more than likely, there's a bit of forest, a couple of like wet patches, kind of dark spots on. The one thing that you notice, and it's definitely the thing Tracy points out overall, is that standing just at the top of the hill, kind of surrounded by branches, broken, grass, and kind of just like a well-trafficked little area, there is a mantle plate. It appears to be decently intact, and it looks like a good portion of it kind of like built into the ground itself. Or rather, the ground is kind of rose up around it, so like it looks like that little fireplace that you're seeing might actually go deep, wider, or like further down than. Does that make sense? Am I making sense with what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Yes.
You can go into the fireplace down?
No, it looks like the fireplace is older than the hill, and the hill is kind of like over time it's kind of built up around it.
Yeah.
The other thing too is it looks like it's been used a bit recently. And Tracy, whether or not you've used this fireplace or not is up to you.
Is this the fireplace of that house?
Yeah.
Allegedly? Okay.
This is the one.
Yeah. Sometimes we take little camping trips up here and we tell them the stories of the cults while we roast some marshmallows in the fireplace because it's like a conveniently safe fireplace. You just gotta have to rake it out before you use it. Looks like somebody else did too.
I've never met a more industrial weirdo, but cool.
People pay me a lot of money for this. You're acting like I'm the insane one. People pay me money to take them out here and tell them stories.
At this point, why don't you just have a group of people that takes them out here and robs them? Like, I feel like that would be less
and that's
weird.
When Tracy calls for the ambush, and you all lose all of your money. JK.
I
That
don't
would
think
be
my
funny.
dad would approve of that. He would say that is very unbecoming of a young woman.
That is coming from the cop, also.
Well, I mean, it seems more sane than people coming out here and paying money for a
Now,
trip up here for
a quick
haunted
note.
stuff.
There are stories about this area. There are the lights of Nelson. There are like all of these kind of like mystery stories that the folks know about, but they don't matter because they don't actually like see them or like, think they're real. They think they're just like ghost stories. Like, the old witch's knoll or like, that kind of crap. Like it's stuff that happens in small town. If anybody here has lived in a small town in America, there's definitely
Yeah.
some little bit or little story that happened in your town that you basically were like, yeah, you're interested at first, and then it's like, that didn't happen. Kind of
Yeah, but there's
situation.
people from outside the town that go,
Right.
"Ooh, pay you a lot of money. I'm coming from the city and I'm gonna do small town things." And I'm
Fucking
not even joking. That literally fucking happens.
real dorks like Ian Handler.
Yeah.
JK, he's not paying for this. This is on the foundation, baby. They're paying for the gas.
Real.
So, that's what you see. Now, you are on the hill.
Mm-hmm. I didn't bring any marshmallows, so if you guys wanted to do s'mores, I'm so sorry. I do have a chocolate bar on me, though. If any of you are feeling low sugar, because we did just do quite a hike, I do recommend having a little bit of chocolate. Pick you up with that caffeine and sugar.
Yeah, makes sense. So, those of you that wanted to stop here, have at it. I'll just kind of stand over, like, I'm like, all right, where's the drugs and guns? I'm gonna stand in that direction so I know which way to go.
As you kind of start
I'll
looking
point.
around, Mr. Baker, and Robert, obviously you're looking around. I'd like the two of you to go ahead and give a spot hidden check. Tracy, as you're kind of
God almighty!
checking everything out as well, and kind of like making sure it is as you remember it, and there's nothing to words for these folks, I would like for you to go ahead and see there a spot hidden for a natural world roll. And then
Oh,
Can Ian compare what he sees to the journal?
yeah. So if you kind of like bring out the journal with you and kind of start scrolling over it with the looking for the description of the
Yeah.
house, I'd like for you to go ahead and give me a. I know you're not in a library; you're just kind of scrolling through one book, but give me a library. And then Joel, um, give me a spot hidden.
It's going bad.
can I ramble like random tourist facts about this place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
So in 1913, this guy Gabriel Revels actually started a Satanist cult here. So he led it in Nelson. The town burned the cult members, but most people think that Gabriel actually escaped. His house was left untouched. Because like I guess everybody was really scared to come up here for some reason. Like a lot of spooky shit happened up here. But also there's this weird little fact. Like apparently a bunch of mirrors were taken out of this house. And the Pinkertons came in and kind of like smoothed everything over, and yeah. And then in 53 there was like a really bad winter. Um yeah, that's there was a really bad winter. Everybody evacuated Nelson and a lot of things went derelict from there. But yeah.
That's good intel, Tracy. Again, Haynes' journal mentions mirrors and his kind of reckless experiments with them. Something even about, doubles from behind the mirror coming through the mirror.
Oh, the mirror people. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, gotta be super careful with that stuff.
But okay. Like but it's not ever mirror, right? Like it's just like the weird ones.
Just like the weird ones.
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought so.
Yes.
Otherwise, that would be pretty freaking weird. You'd have like doubles walking around everywhere. Everybody.
Well, that's yeah. I mean, that's what Arthur kind of worried about a little bit. But I think that
Yeah.
the rebels made those mirrors, if I remember correctly.
Like I said, there was a lot of like spooky shit that happened up in this house.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
You're muted, John.
Yeah, I keep on doing conversation. I'm not trying to talk over.
Thank you.
I'm terrible. As that's happening, Baker, you kind of look around and you see a tree that kind of stands out to you, and you kind of walk over to it. And you're really focused on this tree. And what you end up noticing is that like someone carved a pentagram tree.
Okay.
Cool, man.
Yeah. You're just kind of looking at it. Okay, we're on the right track. We're on the right track.
You're focused on kind of just looking around, Joel. Not really focused on anything particular. But Ian, as you find the book description as you're kind of having a back and forth with Tracy, kind of raise your finger up
Mhm.
for a second in the discourse and kind of start reading the description of it. And according to Haynes, as you may recall, there was some sort of key device, some sort of crucifix that was placed into the
Mhm.
mantelpiece to open a secret door in the hallway behind them.
Yeah. There's a picture of it.
Oh, maybe it's like that angel thing. I mean, a Gabriel statue for for Gabriel Rebel. His
Yeah.
house, his necklace.
Could be. Could be.
I mean, the mantle's right there if you want to try.
Looking around, Ian, you find a very strange kind of setting orifice that is cross shaped.
I don't have a cross though.
No, that guy. What's his name? The rude one. Oh, you're all pretty freaking rude. The young guy in the military fatigues. I'm already
Oh,
forgetting his name.
Joel,
Joel.
was something said to me that I completely phased?
Yeah, go put your angel statue in the mantle. I want to see if it does something.
I would look over at Ian for approval. You said a cult.
I mean,
I'll trust you more than I trust the spunky 18-year-old.
I think she's right that there's some sort of key that opens this up, but my understanding is that it's like more like a cross-shaped thing.
Yeah,
Does
look
the
at the back of the statue.
And you
Yeah,
see the
maybe the
back of
back.
the statue, it is cross shaped. And it looks like it's
Okay.
about the right size for it.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. Why not? Why not? Yeah.
It's that kind of day.
And you
The
that's
worst that
that's
could
what I'm
happen.
saying as I'm walking towards it. Why not? Yeah, why not? Cool. I've heard a TV talk to me today with no power. Cool.
Do you say
And
that
I'm
out
Yeah.
loud?
Hey,
Yeah.
And he puts
wait,
it in,
what?
and just as you're about to
Oh.
ask questions about the what,
I have a good therapist recommend.
pause for a
Robert
second.
takes a picture. Robert takes a picture.
You take a picture of him placing it, and the flash kind of like highlights the entire strange distortion that happens. And you hear something mechanical inside of the fireplace, and you see two rods of metal shoot up out of the rock. Now it looks like they don't like break out of the rock. It looks like they were seated inside of like fixtures that would allow them to do that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like that was something that was supposed to be shown. Like the rest of the mantle going upwards was supposed to hide this. Then hear a very loud clunk and crashing sound as a door is forced open. It doesn't have the opportunity to open gently because of the dirt that's weighed upon it. This happens behind the mantle on the opposite side of it from where.
I'm gonna go around the
I
outside,
jump.
see what that was.
Really like basement. Yeah,
Be careful.
startle back.
Be
Tracy's kind of already like rounding about the thing to
That's
see what's
so
going on.
cool.
Oh, wait, Tracy. Don't. Just wait a second.
Robert's
was
going around the other
looking
way,
at
not
it.
being paused by Ian, is taking pictures the whole way around, I assume, Robert?
Absolutely.
Every 5 centimeters.
So I'm gonna pause you for a second. I'm gonna have you roll me a photography roll. But I know you're gonna nail it because you've always nailed it. But if you fail it, then we'll have the
you
discussion.
shouldn't have said that.
Because now I'm jinxing it.
Okay, you got luck.
Now, if you fail it, it's gonna be John's fault.
So you are
Hey.
you are being conservative with your picture taking. You're not just flashing through it. So you've got a decent amount of photography on the roll that you've got in film there. And you brought extra. It looks like a hole in the ground has effectively been made on the opposite side. And you kind of stop people from kind of making their way around. Russell.
Yeah, when I heard the thing, I definitely drew my gun and turned around like, what the hell?
Yeah, after
And
staring at
like
a pentagram on a tree for a
Yeah.
little bit.
I'm like, what? What did y'all do? Is this
We
part of the
made a
tour?
hole into the woods, like into the ground. This is part of Gabriel Revel's house. He was a weird guy who did a lot of culty shit. I bet we could find some cult stuff down there.
Okay, I guess we're going to a basement.
Do you work for her or something?
She
I'm
has all
very-
the information I need. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just gonna.
Do you have information about cult stuff?
Ian would say, "Hey, don't look into any mirrors. Be careful. This is serious."
Can we just like throw rocks at the mirrors?
Yeah, I hate to keep agreeing with her, but she's got a good point.
I'm not entirely sure what will happen if you do it, but
It would
whatever.
break, wouldn't it?
I guess so.
God, you'd hope.
Like, do the mirrors
Yeah,
have to be intact, or what? Would it like? How do these things work? Do you know?
Yeah,
I know. What I do know is that you don't want to look at yourself in one mirror and look back at the mirror right behind you, because that's some crazy shit.
I also want to point out this whole time, Russell has never taken off his mirror shades. Like they have stayed on.
So you've been talking to yourself as you've been. Absolutely fine. So you go into the basement, or are you not doing?
I'm not going first.
Well, I don't have a
I'll,
flashlight on me. I was just gonna show people some stuff in the woods, but
Pop open your flashlight. I'm assuming that Tracy's got one of those like plastic ones where like
probably.
yeah, it's like
Remember the old ones where you could shake it and it charged
oh yeah,
it?
no, that one. Yeah, you got that. It's like
It's like that weird clear plastic shit that was all the rage.
hell yeah. Well, it's more than 90s, but yeah, I'm okay
Yeah,
with it.
but we're getting there. It's like what, 87,
We
right?
can get
It's right around there
anachronistic when
then.
it comes to style. It's totally fine. But yeah, you have a decent charge on that from for whatever reason, and want to lead the way, Tracy, or does anybody stop? Again,
Well, if they're gonna be a bunch of scaredy cats, then yeah, I guess
I was gonna say I'm
little
drawing my.
blonde
I've already
stick
got
can
my
go down
gun out.
first.
How did Joel say it? The what was it? The plucky 18-year-old, was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spunky. I said spunky.
18-year-old.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm drawing my flashlight. I already have my pistol drawn, so I was gonna go down first.
CQC,
I'm just
like
gonna
they taught
pick
you at
up
the
a
academy.
good. I'm gonna pick up a rock just in case I see a mirror. I can throw a rock at it.
Yeah. So when you first get to the door of it, like it looks like a mound of earth basically vacuumed into a hole, and you can see that there are two doors that look like they've been like shuffled off to the sides and kind of broken off their hinges by that weight. So it's not so much that you're going in through stairs; you're kind of going in through like a traversal of like ground that is falling
Landslide.
in, and then you can see that there are stairs that are covered in dirt just beyond that. Looks like they go down, hit a landing, and then go down again. It doesn't go down a full flight though. It goes down about half a flight. So this is a very strange kind of like shifting staircase that descends and then shifts direction. Whatever you're going underneath isn't under the fireplace. It would be under where you think the majority of the house was, on that clearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go down.
All right. So Tracy leading the way, Russell right behind, pistol and such in hand, Joel, Ian, Robert.
Ian's at the end.
God damn it. Okay, I'm second to last.
Robert's in the taking pictures. If you're going in, right, John?
So glad I'm, accompanied by such
No,
a
sorry, I was muted. I was gonna say I
fearless
was going to be
friend.
going
It
last.
said I would go
to you.
first. Like,
Okay.
I have no issue going first.
So you're fighting
Never said I was
for
fearless.
last. So like, just tell me how that. Like, you guys are both at the door. It's Ian and Robert, and Joel kind of looks at it like, I'm not going to even get into this fight, and kind of just makes his way in, and then Ian, Robert, at the door.
You
Make sure Margaret
you-
Thatcher doesn't follow us.
all right.
Pause for a second. Let's serious mode. Okay, I know it's a funny early bit, but lock in. We're doing scary stuff.
Yes. So no, Robert would be looking for the big, tall man in wearing black.
He is not in current view.
Right. But he would be doing that, holding his camera up and be like, no, you go. I'll be right there.
Ian puts on his Walkman, the orange sponge headphones, turns it up halfway, and there's some like punk music coming out. I think it's Husker Du, maybe.
When?
Mhm.
Okay. So by this time, Tracy has made it in without issue. Steps at the bottom had very few traces of the dirt that kind of spilled down and around. And when you come into this space, it's a very old basement. Looks like it's kind of built in early 1700s kind of styling. Is stone, very good craftsmanship and work, but it has kind of like a vaulted ceiling to it. About 12 feet at its apex and start. It looks though there is a partition. There are a total of 3 segments that kind of splinter off from the land. The first segment to the right looks like it goes into a room that has a series of bookshelves, beautifully lacquered and kind of like polished wooden table. Seating around it, everything is perfectly well carved around it. The chairs, everything looks like it's been carved with an expert's craftsmanship. Looks like $1 billion. Very expensive looking table and seats around it on the right side. Well, it's kind of like in a little dining room section. On the left, it looks like there's a kind of come around, and you can't really see what's over there. But there's kind of a sound of like shuffling. It almost sounds like either like air is coming through, kind of blowing at something, or there might be like an animal or something. Not sure what. And then directly in front of you, there is a cellar door, and it's probably like up and kind of settled. It's lower than like the steps you kind of came down to it. So your assumption is whoever built this foundation, it was kind of built on a slant, right? But looking out in kind of front of you, it's like an old style kind of tornado style cellar door, right? Steps that go up, and then big wooden door. That's what you see, Tracy. Which direction, or do you want to? Which direction of those 3 do you want to kind of move to, or do you want to kind of stay here in the middle hub until everybody's kind of made their?
I'll wait for them to come in because, like, this is really cool, but also really weird.
Yeah, definitely something to add to the itinerary.
To the tour, yeah.
100%.
You are
What's
not
weird to me
getting
is that there's like
distracted.
a there's a polished table as if like no dust has settled on it.
Joel, do you leave the statue in there, or do you take it with you?
Is it not possible for me to take it with me? Because I would take it with
If you
me.
pull it out, nothing changes. It remains exactly as is. There is no way the mechanism is going to re-shut the door. It doesn't even seem like it tries. Once open,
Yep,
it's
in my pocket.
Okay, yeah, you have the cross, but it definitely seems like the mechanism probably in the past might have worked the way you imagined it, but at current with the dirt and the broken everything, it had one more go for it, right?
Understood.
So
There might
Tracy,
be an animal down here.
kind of holding the hub.
Maybe we
Say that to Russell, who comes down, who's got the light and the gun. You say there might be an animal down here. Russell, you see the same situation.
I'll
as
point
described?
towards the left.
Check out the animal one first.
Tracy,
Could be a bear.
Do you lock in with Russell, or do you stay and wait for the next person down the
Oh,
stairs?
he's got the gun, so I'll stay with him.
All right. Joel, you come in. You see the backsides of them kind of moving, and off to the left, you see the cellar door, and then the beautiful-looking kind of library slash hall area on the right.
I'm heading straight to the library.
Okay.
I don't want to be with these people.
So Russell, you come around that corner, and what catches your eye is kind of a bit scary at first, because you see what look like 3 prison cells, like old style, like Revolutionary War shit, right? Kind of in the basement. Sounds like the sound of what Tracy kind of hinted at becomes a bit more noticeable. It's not wind, and more than likely some sort of living thing. And you're pretty sure that it is in the cell that's furthest from.
Yeah, I'm definitely hitting that way.
Tracy staying with.
I will stay at least a few paces behind. Like, we'll say like 5 steps behind.
Ian, you'd come down next, music on. You're not really paying attention to what's being said up ahead of you too much. And when you get down there, you'd see Joel kind of move to the right. See the last tail end of Tracy's kind of vibrantly blonde hair kind of snap around the corner on the left.
So if I see the books, there are books like
Yeah, that's where Joel's headed.
yeah, that's what I would
Okay.
definitely go to.
Ian's like, oh, a man of culture as well. Heads over to hang out with Joel. And Robert, you did not say for sure whether or not you were going down or not. You kind of held outside. It sounded like there was a potential that you're staying outside to keep an eye out on the cloaked figure, just to ensure that they don't follow you into the basement. Is that fair to say, or are you going in?
No, I was just taking a quick look and then going down with them.
Okay, head on in. It's a bit dark, but you see flashlights ahead of you. Once you get down into the space, you got your camera, and you see what I described. Start taking pictures immediately.
Things are moved, right?
The what?
The statue of Gabriel is removed.
Yeah. Joel kept it.
That shit's in my pocket.
Then I wouldn't take pictures. I'd keep moving.
Okay. Are you moving towards anywhere in particular? Books and the big table, or around the corner where it sounds like there's a couple of people walking? You see Baker and Tracy. Like he's heading over to go with Joel, and then there's the cellar door directly in front.
I would follow the first option.
Which was the books. Okay.
People. Oh.
Russell. Been in the forest for a long time. Seen a lot of stuff. All sorts of raccoons, varmints, trash, bears even. Doesn't sound like any of that. Probably lived in a house that's had a mouse or a rat or two. Doesn't sound like that. No, this sounds like a person. Sounds like a person kind of rolling around in there.
Yeah.
Closer.
When I start hearing that, I'm gonna look back to Tracy and like,
Back up.
you might not want to see this, so stand back. I don't know what we're about to walk into.
No, I'm still following, just a little bit longer distance now.
Yeah, it's essentially just like a backup. I don't want you, in case somebody's murdered over here. He doesn't want you to have to see that because you just said you're an 18-year-old. Kind of like basically still a kid in his eyes. So he's like, hey, might want to step back a minute. Also, as a out of character, I know my character has a really high handgun skill, but the way I'm rolling, I'm apt to roll 100 and shoot you by accident.
Great.
I am a cop.
Yeah, I am a cop.
It could
Yeah,
happen.
but I'm like
That
blonde-haired,
would-
blue-eyed
I rolled a
girl.
one.
That would go.
Actually, psych, I was in her the whole time.
Yeah. She knows too much.
Okay, sorry, hold on, joke aside.
They're really good.
I
they're
said
really
lock
good
into the
comp.
serious, and I fucking...
Yep. So yeah, he would then, after mentioning that to Tracy, he would continue forward
I
slowly.
need you to give me the perfect visual description of how you're coming around this corner to look into the cell. I need exact descriptions of what your hands are, what you're leading with. How is this going down? Very important.
Okay, so he's definitely got his shooting hand's definitely his right hand, so his gun's in it. His flashlight is in his left hand, probably either directly to the left of his gun, yeah, like that. And he's definitely like slowly going around. He's got it peeking around first, then his head. So like, it's kind of already ready there to shoot if he does see something he needs to shoot.
And I'll
So
hold the
he's gonna
flashlight up
slowly peek
high.
around that way. He's not putting his whole body out there immediately. It's kind of like a gun and flashlight, then a head, and then if he needs to shoot something, he shoots something and moves. If not, he'll continue forward.
When your light comes around the way, at first you see shadow. When it catches fully, kind of lock onto this. The loudest scream fills the scream of horror, scream of terror, scream of pain, a scream of anger. Russell, see what appears to be man. You're pretty sure is 1,000 years old, just based on the way they look. And the second the light touches their skin, their flesh starts to melt. Someone laying chocolate out on a summer's just absolutely begins to melt like the ending of Raiders of the Lost. I need you to make a sanity
Okay.
check.
Nice.
Whew.
Your happy-go-lucky attitude in life, willingness to kind of just go with it, make sure that the deed is done. You're just focused in this in an almost a puppy dog like state. This is happening, but it's not happening to you. It's horrible, but it's over there. And
Yeah.
you kind of like, there's a second where you almost flinch and pull the trigger, but you don't. And by the time you're done witnessing whatever that was that happened, there's no trace or remnant of it. It just melts into non existence. And Tracy, your flashlight comes beaming around, and you kind of look around the way. You hear the scream. Everybody heard it, which is going to cause everybody to make a sanity roll. Obviously, it's not going to be as big a problem as. That's actually a
I'm
solid point.
fine.
I'm going to have you, Russell, roll a d. Because you didn't make a hard success. We're looking down the barrel.
One, three.
You're going to lose 3 sanity from what you saw. It was pretty terrific, but not so horrible that it's like it's definitely something you'll
Could
remember to the day
I
you die.
could I spend some luck to
Cannot
pass
spend
it?
luck on a sanity.
Mr. Baker, why did you just scream? There's nothing
Well,
here.
the scream is not Mr. Baker, and you know that because you can see Mr. Baker. The scream came
Okay.
from somewhere else. Now, anybody else who wasn't with you two be able to make that mistake. But for you, you hear the scream, but you're like not shook by it. Know that there are ghosts in it. Know that there's scary shit, right? You
I
believe.
saw a long time spooky shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
you believe. So your assumption isn't that. It's probably you're like trespassing in this ghost's domain or something like that, right? Whatever you want to
Yeah.
play it as. But it
Yeah, cult
definitely
shit.
yeah, it definitely wasn't Russell. Now, Robert, when that hits you, right? Oh, also, Tracy, to kind of further the point, like you know it was ghosts, like because of that
Okay.
success, like you are locked in. You're like, no, I know.
Oh, it's a
Ah, shit's
ghost.
good.
They're still here.
Yeah. But Robert, for whatever reason, the way that this scream hits you, it just sends shivers down your spine to the point where you're like absolutely terrified. I would say it's a point where you actually drop your camera, right? Go ahead and give me a d6 roll.
No.
It'd be a great place to break out a Ouija board.
My camera.
My camera.
And you got a 5. Okay, I need to check rules on sand.
Oh God.
Because I know there's something about losing so much, and
5.
5 is the number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure from what I remember.
So, do Joel and Ian also have to make one? And would Ian's earbuds make it to where he doesn't have to because he's got his Walkman
everybody in the
on?
basement has to. What I will say is, because you're hearing it sideways, Ian, go ahead
Mm-hmm.
and give me a sanity roll, but you have a bonus.
Okay. Sounds good.
Bonus dice isn't going to help that, and it didn't. But yeah, success is a success. You weren't seeing the source of the scream. All you needed was a success. Since Russell saw the source of the scream, just a standard success would basically have the 5. I need to do some reading. Hold on a second. It's been a while since I've done this to somebody.
So yeah, I got it as
Thank
well. So if it causes that kind of problem, you need to do. Hold on a second. You need to make an intelligence roll, and this is kind of weird the way that it works.
You got a chapter name? What's the name of the segment?
It's page one. It's temporary insanity. If an investigator loses 5 or more sanity points as the result of one sanity roll,
Temporary
sufficient
sanity is what I
emotion.
need. I'm on it. Hold on.
So yeah, let's just read it though so people understand it. Sufficient emotional trauma has been suffered that the keeper must test the investigator's sanity. An int roll. If the roll is failed, the investigator has repressed the memory, a trick the mind uses to protect itself and does not become insane. Perversely, it says, if the int roll succeeds, the investigator recognizes the full significance of what has been seen or experienced and goes temporarily insane.
So, John, go ahead and give me an intelligence roll, and you need to roll under your intelligence. So if you're really smart, this is going to suck.
Be dumb, be dumb, be dumb, be dumb, be dumb, be dumb.
You know Russell Baker.
Just that.
It's funny because I have a pretty high intelligence.
JK.
I hate to say that Robert Paulson.
Huh?
Robert Hudson has an intelligence of 7.
70. So go ahead and click it. Yeah, just click that intelligence. So you succeed.
Oh,
So that's a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
That scream could not have come from any of your friends. That scream sounded like the scream of either some haunted ancient being, or it came from death itself. You know that the natural world, as you understand it, is not what you imagine it to be. For you, this moment is the moment that you step from being Robert Hudson, the guy who believed in lizard folk, taking over the media as being some kind of possibility, to understanding that things of a supernatural nature do exist. Never exactly what you expected. So this means that with a failed sanity roll, this degree will
He rolls
suffer
a 1d10.
1d10, and it'll be a 1d10
That's the
roll
number of
on
hours.
and also we will roll for a temporary insanity.
Right.
So I roll a 1d10.
1d10, yeah.
That's good.
I'm looking for the temporary insanity chart here.
Yeah. A 1 is amnesia. But maybe you want to do differently.
What just happened?
Well,
You went temporarily insane.
Yeah, you're going to be a temporarily insane for 1 hour. What's happening?
Oh, great, lovely.
Where's that chart?
Gotta be honest, we might not notice a difference at this point.
It's table 7. Bouts of madness.
Bouts of madness.
That's so fair.
Unfortunately,
Heard him mumbling about some tall man and lizard people. This probably isn't going to change my opinion.
You're the one that saw the tall man.
Okay, roll a d. So the d10, the first d10 is for how long? 1 hour.
Right.
Second d10 is for what? So roll a d10. So with a 3, feel like you are kind of entering a state where everybody in here is suspect. A red mess descends on the investigator, and they explode in a spree of uncontrolled violence and destruction directed at the surroundings, allies, or foes alike for 1d10 rounds. We're gonna say that's for 1, and that'll be that 1 that you roll. So you literally want to break this place because it's wrong and it should. Roleplay accordingly.
Okay.
Wait, I'm looking. Oh god, that would have been great if it was exactly fucking 10 o'clock. And that's where we'll end the session for tonight. You have a whole week to plan your destruction spree.
That would have been so funny if I got that, because I would have just turned around and shot Tracy.
It's just a ghost. Join him.
Brent, what do you have against me?
She's such a
You're the
great
closest one to
character.
profanity.
Why? What do you have every time we play a game? You just turn on my character. What the fuck? What did I ever do to you?
She even tried to save you in the alien one, and she didn't. I mean, she didn't ultimately save you. She gave you she gave you a thing that turned you into an alien. But focusing up though, John, due to your insanity, because of the scream, this place is like blasphemy. This is like you're starting to believe in Satanism, and this is definitely a Satanist hovel. You want to destroy it. How do you go about doing it?
I'm looking at a
He's
bunch
got
of books,
that
right?
satanic
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah, they're very flammable.
And he's like, now, and he just starts ripping them off the books off the.
So yeah,
To
after
start.
the scream, Ian, and you kind of hear it and kind of look around, but you don't really hear it, because of the headset and the rock music. And Joel, you hear it, but you're kind of like. And then in runs Robert to the library area and starts throwing books off the shelf. Yeah, I mean, again, if you want to amp it up too, just describe more. Like you throw bookshelves down. What else?
Are they bolted? I don't know.
Oh yeah, if you go for it, you grab a hold of them and you pull them. They do come off the walls. Yeah, they don't look like they're bolted to the walls very well. And yeah,
I'll do 1 or 2, and then I'll like walk up to Ian, and I'll just be like, "Can you see? Do you see it?"
Before he even gets to Ian, when I see him throw the first one, I'm grabbing him.
okay. So I need the 2 of you to fight amongst yourselves.
Brawl? Is this brawl?
Is it a brawl roll?
I think it's brawling. Yeah.
I mean, if you're grabbing him, you're in like in brawl combat range, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm gonna click brawl.
Yeah, you should click brawl.
Oh god, he's got
So
60.
these are contested rolls, but the
Oh!
What?
hold on, pause. So
Is size put into that?
these are actually going to be matched. So when it comes to the rolls here, I just want to make sure something's very clear. Now, Joel, if you had rolled a 30 or a 29, and John had rolled a 27, who do you think would have won that?
I mean, it would have been Joel because he's got
it
like
would have
lower.
been a hard success for Joel, and it would have been a standard success for Robert. So we don't gauge the success ratio on what is rolled. Obviously, that would be easy. 38 is higher than 27. Joel wins, right? That would be that mentality. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You both succeed, and so we need to work out how that. So, brawling in a long time. I used to have.
I'll be right back, but I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay. It's
Contested. Nope. I hate this roll 20. No, I am not ready to move this game to Foundry.
why?
Maybe one day. Sorry, bear with me. You are fighting. Oh, but I don't remember how to solve. God, it has been so long.
It's on page fistfights. As I see it, it's like on page 103. Fistfights.
Unfortunately.
This fight melee attacks are resolved using opposing skill rolls. When attacked, the character had a simple choice: either dodge or fight back.
Yeah. So, Robert, are you dodging or are you fighting back?
I just fought back.
Okay. So to fight back, you need to achieve a higher level success than your attacker. Dodge, you just need to they need to roll higher than you. So since you both succeeded and you were attempting to fight back, what ends up happening here, Joel, you will inflict damage and or take us like kind of create a success here. And uh you Robert will not deal damage. Your fighting was not good enough. That success.
I was gonna say maybe I hit him with a bookcase or something.
Yeah,
but
you tried, but you failed. You tried to fight back, and he kind of walked in. Like as the bookshelf came down, he kind of moved underneath your arm, kind of like locked up in like a half Nelson or a full Nelson. Does that sound about right for you, Chandler?
Yeah, it definitely
Kind of
would
like
have.
just like a perfect kind of like like boxer's bob directly under his arm and kind of like catch him in that lockup.
You'd be shocked at the height difference that would have.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, he was kind of moving towards one side, so and reaching up to grab a bookshelf. So yeah, I mean, got a lot of room to kind of work underneath there. But you get underneath him, you get him into a lock. You're not trying to damage him. You're just trying to like lock him up.
Just trying to stop him.
So that's
again. I worked as an asylum attendant. I've seen people go on an episode, so I knew like, oh, if I can control him, like we can stop him from damaging what we came down here to look at.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say with like the situation as it stands, you kind of have an option of keeping him free up in the air, or kind of like putting him down on the table and kind of holding him there. Your choice.
Could I use luck?
For your role, we're kind of a little beyond that.
No, we're fine.
I did work past it a lot, but in future instances, absolutely.
Yes.
I didn't think you could use luck for combat. Am I wrong about that?
I'm so sure you can't.
No, you can't use it
Never mind.
for combat or for sanity rolls.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because I remember at the end of the first series, I couldn't use all the leftover luck I had.
That's right. You could use it for spell casting, which is why we were having fun with Brent, but can't use it for like bobbing and weaving. Okay, so you lock him up.
No worries.
Kind of have him in like a hold. Russell and Tracy, you hear a loud crash and like a bunch of books hitting the ground. Russell, you're kind of shaken, but kind of like snapped out of it. Tracy, you hear that going on there. Russell seems a bit weird. Do you two move back into the main room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See Joel currently pinning Robert, or kind of holding him in like a lock. And Ian standing.
What's happening?
He is going wild. Do you have handcuffs?
Calm down, Robert. You don't want to break the whole place. Time with that is kind of small, but you still kind of feel the way you feel, however that is, about what you.
Let go of me! You didn't hear the scream.
Oh, it
I
was
heard
just
it.
a
All the
ghost.
scream.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the thing that screamed, I was in a jail cell, and when I went to look at it with my light, it melted.
It's a ghost.
Looked like a person, a very old person.
Yeah, ghosts usually look like people. Yeah.
Nope, Casper's a sheet.
Yeah, Casper is made up by Hollywood. That's not real ghosts, though. Anyway,
Well,
this would be a great place to break out the Ouija board. I wish I could have brought it.
Joel, do you let him go after he kind of like loosens up a bit?
Yeah. I'm not cruel.
So, the bookshelf was knocked over by him, not by a person chasing after us. Okay. Did y'all find
What did
anything
you
cool?
say you saw?
Margaret Factor.
Oh, a very old person that when I
Stop.
pointed my light on them, they melted.
That's still concerning. That's still very,
Like
very,
chocolate.
very concerning.
Like if we laid a piece of chocolate in the sun all day.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Anything else?
It's in a
So
cell.
this
It was
isn't
in a cell. We can go look at the cell if you guys want.
this isn't a
I
government
mean, it's
psyop.
empty now because it was a ghost. It doesn't leave behind any evidence.
This
I
is
would
Yeah.
a
turn.
government
I would
psyop.
turn around and see if there was still room down the hallway we were going.
Well, there's not really hallways. They're kind of like it's kind of broken up. Like there's the core center, right? And then there's like
Okay.
a wing to it that kind of extends outwards. It's like a room connected to the room, like
Okay.
parallel wall. And then on the left, there's a similar thing, but instead of being kind of like a straight on shot with like a dining room table and all that in it, it kind of forks around to the left and goes around that shared wall. And that shared wall is actually where like the backs of the cells are. That makes sense?
Yeah. Okay. I would turn to Ian and go. I feel like there's a couple books in here you would like from your reaction to the destruction as well.
Yep. I'd like to search it out, so I have my flashlight on.
Okay.
Let's see.
What kind of titles
Well,
will we see?
well, there's
for this?
plenty on the floor.
Some of the titles are familiar to you, Tracy. They're books that you got from your.
Oh, cool. Some of them are still on my TBR, but yeah, I've read a couple of these.
So I would just grab a couple that look of interest, and we could, if there's something special you want me to have, I could have that later. Tell me
There's
later.
the one that's going to stand out for me: King Solomon and his followers. A valuable
King
aid.
Solomon, what?
King Solomon and his followers, valuable aid to the memory. Like you can make either an occult roll or a history.
Oh boy.
That's anybody
Okay.
who's kind of near or around.
I'll do an occult roll.
Yep.
I will also do an
Am
occult
I
roll.
still crazy?
No,
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 I'll
no,
do
no,
a
no.
history.
Sorry, it only lasted a few moments.
Go ahead,
Oh,
Tracy. You
okay.
go
I
first.
thought you said an hour.
Okay, I
No, no,
will.
no, no.
Give me a second.
It sometimes it'll say that 1 hour will change to one or so rounds if
Shit.
it's like. So both of you are
I rolled bad on the thing I have the best
Damn.
in.
both of you are kind of looking at it. Russell, I'm going to give you a bonus
Oh.
dice on this one. Strangely, that's worse than. Something about the book seems familiar. Ian, very familiar with history and the occult for that matter.
That one's still on my TBR.
But this book is written entirely in code. Seems to have in the back of the book about it descriptions of rituals and rites that are performed by the Freemen. But again, this is not a book you are familiar with having read. Know that this is a book that
This would be a great place to do a seance.
the table is perfect. Yeah,
Exactly, and all the books.
she's
Great
already
ambiance.
planning. She's already planning all of her next.
I know, right? Would I be able to find in the Miskatonic Library a key to break the code?
You're pretty sure you'd have to coordinate with whether or not you can.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Maybe the case.
Yeah, make sure they're legit Freemasons, because there's a lot of people that like to say that they're Freemasons and they're not. Just like, Hell's Angels.
Fucking Freemasons.
Robert, as he's got it coming up. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying that as John.
Oh, also John, fucking Freemason.
There is an extreme
There's
crossover of
so
people in New England
many.
that say that they're Freemasons and also say that they're associated with the Hell's Angels.
Yeah.
They're
It's
all
almost a circle. That Venn
It's
diagram is
crazy.
almost a circle.
They're all
They
over
are.
the place.
I want to be
They are,
special.
dude.
So
We have a Freemason place. We have a
Exactly.
Freemason place down the street.
for sure. Yeah, they're very popular. But again, I'm not making a ruling or a calling on them. I'm just telling you this is the book that you found. Kind of what you're looking at.
I'm gonna excuse me.
Like this size.
Okay. Yeah.
As far as the other books, like there's some like I said, there's copies of books that are familiar to you, Tracy. Definitely
Mhm.
stuff that was left over to you and kind of either dabbled with or haven't had a chance to get to yet.
Now, is there anything that my professor maybe had mentioned that like he wanted to get his hands on and never did?
The one thing that your teacher has been looking for, but it doesn't look like it is here, what he called a Gabriel Bible.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, not a Gabriel Bible. No, that's not right. Um, the Nelson Bible, what he called
the
it.
Nelson Bible.
And he says that there's some people who say that they had a special Bible that was taken from the cultists that burned in the game.
Mm, yeah.
It wouldn't have been
Maybe
called
it'll
here.
be further down in the cellar.
Well,
That sounds like something that would be around an altar.
the cellar doesn't go down. That door
Or,
goes up.
yeah, whatever. In the cellar, the big cellar door.
Yeah, it looks like it might go outside.
Uh, weird.
I could have just shown you. I'm not a Freemason. But yeah, we planned hard for this game. So
I want to be special.
yeah, me, I am
Mm-hmm.
focusing up. Books wise, not really much beyond that. Beard melting man in the cells. Want to check any of it? It's 10 o'clock. I just want to see where we end. Someone said something about the cellar door.
I'm going towards the cellar door.
Okay.
Cellar door.
Attempt to open it.
Yeah, I would attempt to open it, but with like using probably more force than necessary because I assume there's dirt on it, like there was
Yeah.
that one.
Give me, and this is going to be very strange for people who know how this game works. Give me a power roll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-ohs.
Damn it!
Okay. So as
I
you
can't roll
force
good
the
for
door,
shit.
you feel the weight of earth on it, and then you feel it buckle, and it actually splinters the wood off the hinges, forcing the door straight down. As it smashes into the ground, a bunch of dirt comes colliding down or shunted backwards. You're going to take 1 point of damage as just the like dirt and everything and debris kind of hits you. And as you kind of like flare back and out to the side, the door kind of comes with you, kind of shuffles off to the side, flipping over so that the reverse side of it is shown. And when you see the reverse side of it, third, looks as though there is a pattern drawn on the rim of the door round of the door. And the markings look familiar to you. Look like the same markings that were used by the Foundation on the circles that were made. Haynes'
Haynes' office. Oh.
for the mirror. And that is where we'll end the session for today. Thanks for watching those, and we'll see you next Tuesday as we continue through Nelson to find drugs, guns, and other money. I think it was. Thanks for watching.
Okay.